Oh, hi. Oh, crap. I just realized I'm still on Wi Fi.
Good morning.
Oh, hi.
What are you doing on
Oh,
Wi-Fi?
crap. I
Don't
just
you know
realized
it's
I'm
it's
still on
fake
Wi
news?
Fi. I know, right? One second. I'm probably
Good
gonna,
morning.
uh,
What are you doing on Wi-Fi?
like, drop
Don't you
from
know
here.
it's fake news?
I know, right? One second. I'm probably
Good
gonna,
morning.
uh,
What are you doing on Wi-Fi?
like, drop
Don't you
from
know
here.
it's fake news?
I know, right? One second. I'm probably gonna.
Good morning, Kwan. Good morning, Zesty. Good morning, Eureka. Welcome, everybody. Get your coffee before takeoff. Good morning, Zesty. Good morning, Eureka.
Oh, I think I'm
Welcome,
still
everybody.
here.
Get your coffee.
Can you
Still
hear me?
here. You haven't left yet. Before takeoff.
Yay. Okay. This is good.
I'm still here. Get your coffee.
How are you
Still
this
here. You haven't
morning?
left yet. I'm good. I'm by consistent Wi-Fi,
Yay.
which is so
Okay.
weird.
This is good.
It's been so
How are
long.
you this morning? Yes. You
I'm good.
you
I'm
sound
by
very
consistent
clear.
Wi-Fi, which is so weird. No,
This is good.
no robotos. I mean, I
How
hope
was the
so.
nature? You
What's that?
sound very clear. How was outside? How was
No,
This is
outside
good.
was amazing. It
How
was
was the
amazing.
nature? How
Skimboarding on
how
the
was
Pacific
outside? How
coast.
was
You know, when you just feel like you're going to drop off the edge of the continent,
How was the nature?
it's magical.
How
Skimboarding. Didn't see any vampires though, or werewolves that I know of. I mean, I could have. I don't know. How would I know? Skimboarding. Didn't see any vampires though.
How would you know unless you were the victim? You're right.
Well, the sparkliness of Edward. Edward's sparkliness. Yes.
How would you know I didn't know Edward sparkled. This is a
I know.
new
This is
uh,
shame.
lore.
Shame
This is
on
new
you.
lore for me. I didn't know Edward
Gosh.
sparkled. No,
Everybody
I'm
knows.
just not a girl.
Everybody knows Edward
Lore.
sparkles.
This is new
Come on.
lore for me. No, just every girl knows this. Like I don't think any boy knows this.
I think some
No,
do.
just
Some
every
do.
girl knows this. Like
Some of the people that were there,
I don't think any
they knew
boy
that
knows
Edward
this.
sparkles. So I think it just it's a matter of perspective. That's all. But anyway, yes, it is. Forks, Washington, sure got a makeover after that book came out because there's not a lot going on at all, like out there. And now you could now there's like Airbnbs everywhere, like solely because of a fictional vampire. It's a pretty wild scene. I was like, wow, this is crazy. So,
Do weirdos go out there in their vampire and werewolf attire?
are you calling me a weirdo?
I don't know. Were you wearing vampire and wolf attire?
No, no, but that's
I don't know.
that
Were
would
you
be cool.
wearing
But
vampire and
no,
wolf
I was just in
attire?
my surf tour attire, I guess.
That would be hot.
Yeah.
Well, I'm good that outside was good and it was. It sounded like it was safe, so that's good. Well, I'm good that outside was good and it was.
Yeah,
It sounded like it was
and I'm
safe,
glad that
so
I
that's
hate
good.
doing spaces when I'm like robotic and not like when it's not working. It's just like it's so annoying. So and I feel like I'm letting everybody down. So I'm glad now I'm in good Wi-Fi. And you are on day mode, sir. And what are you doing on day mode?
I have a day and night cycle. Like like I experience both days and nights on Decentraland. You know. Like I experience
But
both
not on this
days
parcel.
and
I should
nights
make it
on
like if you
Decentraland.
put your scene
You know.
on day mode, straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
Well,
Uh,
this is a dark.
I wonder if that's possible.
Oh, it's totally possible. Yeah. I mean,
Straight to
everything's
jail.
possible.
Uh,
You have no idea
I
what'll
wonder
get
if
you into
that's
jail in
possible.
this parcel. Um, so I'm
and oh, I'm in jail.
yep. Sorry about that.
I see Kairos is here. hello, Kairos, and I think I saw Alan Howick in the Twitch chat. So good morning to you. Who else is here? Silent Peace is here as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen Silent for so long. And Kairos and everybody.
Who else is here? Hello, Zesty. Hello, Kwan.
Yeah, I haven't seen Silent for so long.
So you never complimented me about my hairdo, my new hairdo.
Well,
I grew hair in the time that you were gone.
I think it's nice. Like, I think you're growing it out for NFT NYC to let those city folk know
I grew
that,
hair
like,
in the time that you were gone.
you're just a little bit, like, I don't know, that you can grow a hair.
That I could grow hair through my dead Mao helmet.
Yeah.
Yes. Like I think it's a stylish look. I think it sets me apart from all the dead Mao helmet wearing peeps.
You know, there's enough time to paper mache you a Dead Mile helmet before NFT NYC. I we could make this happen.
Ooh, who do we have any paper mache experts?
Oh, I am a paper mache expert. I am so good at paper mache.
Ooh, who
I
do we
do
have
you
any
remember? Did I
paper
show
mache
you I made the cuddle
experts?
team leader from Fortnite? Because it's
Oh yeah.
remember that?
Yes, yes, I remember. I
Yeah, which is pretty
yeah.
much your head right there because it's got the googly eyes and stuff.
Yeah, it's got the googly eyes. The smile's a little bigger, and the ears are
Yeah,
huge.
yeah. Well, the mice found it, so that's the only downside of paper mache is like if you store it anywhere, the mice will eat it. And so I have to be very protective of my paper mache masterpieces. And so that one unfortunately got recycled. And so I have to be very protective of my
I
paper
wonder if
mache
there's like a way,
masterpieces. And
or
so that
maybe
one
soon there will be a way,
unfortunately
like every time you make
got
a really
recycled.
cool paper mache, you can kind of like scan it, get a 3D asset, throw it into Decentraland in your paper mache gallery memories.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. I mean everything's possible now. It's gosh.
Yeah, do you have the subscription?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, that would be really cool to start making some like just crazy IRL art and scan it into Decentraland. And I wonder when the submission fee changes, like, are we gonna see creativity like take off in crazy different ways? Like, do you ever remember the artist called Fendemic? They made IRL clothing and like gosh, I want to say it was like batik, some kind of like hydro dip. Zesty has a pair of their pants. He bought them recently because I remember like 2 months ago when he bought them, I was like, ooh, like he's one of the only owners of those. But they made their like the physical kind, and then they made the digital kind. And I remember them at a fashion show in like 2022. But it's like it's it'll be cool to see if people like that have like physical stuff take it and bring it into Decentraland more.
Yep, yep. I definitely. I don't think I remember, but I'm over here trying to like look for the creator. What was his name again? Fentic?
Fendemic, like
Okay.
endemic, but fendemic. So if you peep Zesty's wallet, and I don't think Zesty's on site, but Zesty has these cool, really cool pants. Like they're like mid when you look at them in the marketplace, and then what Zesty does with them and the outfits, it's like oh, like I don't get FOMO very often because I own everything, but Zesty has given me some FOMO over those pants. Like dang it, I should buy those because they were super expensive. Like I mean, they were 250 mana in 2022 prices. So it's like, ooh, I can't do it. Now I could. Maybe will. Trying to have some willpower though.
That's funny. The comment. It's like usually I don't get jealous because I have have FOMO because I have everything, but zesty. That's funny. The
No, it's like
comment. It's
literally a
like
few
usually I
things, and
don't
I
get
think Zesty
jealous
has like
because I
two of
have
them.
have
You know,
FOMO because I
the
have
Orange
everything, but
Joe
zesty.
goggles. I don't even need them, or I wouldn't even wear them. But they are, I think everybody can agree, they're like supreme creations. And he has two pair, so come on, Zesty.
Yep, yep, yep. I remember when
Oh,
they
here,
released.
here.
He pulled up.
Yeah, look at that.
Yep, yep, yep. What am I looking at? His pants.
His buttocks
He pulled up.
and
Oh.
everything. Everything in.
Mhm. What am
You
I
have
looking at?
three
His
Joe
pants.
visors. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Zesty. Zesty's wearing like
Oh.
$5,000 worth of digital swag right now. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Oh my
Like,
gosh. Look at this flex.
yes. Look at those shoes. Look at those pants. Look at that jacket. Yes. See if I can zoom in on Zesty's face here. You see. Yes. Look at those shoes. Look at those pants. You see how the visor stitches on? See if I can zoom in on Vanessa's over here crying. Here, you see.
She's trying
Maybe
to, you know.
see how the visor stitches on. You know, maybe you're looking at it wrong, Vanessa. To just to like
She's
make
trying
your
to.
tears stop. Maybe instead of thinking about what Zesty has that you don't have, maybe you could think about what you do have that Zesty doesn't have.
Ah, yes, yes. There's a few things, just a few. Um, no,
uh, I'm gonna start a wearable buying war over here.
oh man, I think if there was such a thing, it would be
I'm gonna
Zesty is one
start
of the
a
contenders. I
wearable
know a few
buying
others,
war
maybe
over here.
Fancy in there, but no, it's actually refreshing to not have stuff. Like you know me through the years, I bought all of that stuff, and you know, there's if you can just get it all, then it's like the game is done. You won. But like if there's that one piece out there that you can't get your hands on because nobody will sell it, it's like like it just I don't know. It keeps it interesting, I think. Oh, and then Raid Boss is here. Very interesting.
Yep, yep. We have the crew here. I think the only one missing may be Zesty Mint.
Oh my
We
gosh.
have the crew
I
here.
think Zesty could find some
I
more
think the only
names. He's
one
got so much
missing may be
potential. Zesty.
Zesty
It's
Mint.
like M. Like there's so many potential names that you could do with M. Zesty
Zesty sauce.
NF Zesty. Yeah, Zesty sauce. I don't know. I might have to put some more work into the thought
Zesty
process there, but
sauce.
very
Um,
nice, very nice. So we need
it,
to bring back fashion shows, man.
if I'm not mistaken, like I think his
Very
like
nice, very nice.
name, he
So
came
we
up
need to
with
bring
the
back
Zesty
fashion
Beam
shows.
name, and Zesty, maybe you can comment on this. It was like auto generated, and it just happened to be so fire. You're like, okay, okay. It was like auto
That's like the
generated, and
perfect
it
way
just happened to
to
be
get
so
your gamer
fire.
tag.
Yeah, better than digging back to when you were 13 years old in the Sinful Meat clan.
Or naming yourself after your dog
Yeah, better
that
than digging
first
back
was
to when you were 13
a member
years
of a
old
Uruguayan rugby
in the
team.
Sinful
Like
Meat clan.
we all have our stories.
Yep, Zesty confirmed he used the NSAO-matic to generate the name, and it's withstood the test of time.
So was that Zesty? Is this a
The
Decentraland
name,
name? Like, did you
and
create it
it's
here,
withstood
or
the
was it
test of
before you
time.
got to Decentraland?
We'll give him a chance to answer. How do the voices get back on? Oh, what's up, Green? Okay, looks like he may be struggling. The voices depends. Where is he standing? Okay, he's on the parcel. He's here.
They might be from Shifi because I see their Shifi
Oh,
pants.
depends. Where is he standing? Okay, he's on the
I could be
parcel.
wrong.
He's here.
They might be from Shifi because I see their Shifi
Let's see.
pants.
Are you having audio issues? Please, don't. I can't spell. I never graduated kindergarten. Please, don't. I can't It is spell. Why? Never graduated. Yes. I may be a bit young for that one. It is
Probably,
why?
probably, and I
Yes.
see them standing
I
on the
may
parcel
be
next to us, but it should be
a bit
working on all parcels
young
because I was
for
thinking
that
if they
one.
stepped off the parcel, maybe they don't hear the stream.
Probably,
But
probably, and I see them
yeah,
standing where they're
it should
standing
be.
currently. It should be
Yeah.
working. Hmm.
Maybe they don't hear the stream.
Probably,
But
probably, and yeah, where they're
it should be.
standing currently. It should have be you working. Messed around with the audio settings? Yeah, where they're standing currently. Have you messed around with the audio settings? Have you messed around
And I'm so
with
glad to see
the
Scat.
audio
It has been way too long. I what a busy summer, but I feel like I have not crossed paths with so many people.
It has been way too long.
So I'm so glad to see friends here. And PD, hello, hello, welcome.
Crossed paths with so many people. Hey, what up, PD?
So I'm so glad to
Hello,
see friends
hello.
here.
I see
And PD,
Beza
hello,
down
hello,
there.
welcome.
Beza has been popping in lately. He's new in Decentraland and came in, I believe, through the hackathon, through the Dora, the friend zone buildathon. I said hackathon instead. The friend zone buildathon. He is a contestant in there. The friend zone
Oh, nice.
buildathon. I
That
said
is that's
hackathon
an
instead.
exciting one.
The friend zone buildathon. He is a
Curious to see
contestant
what
in
everybody's going
there.
to come up for that one because it's a little bit more complicated, I would say, than like the just having the Halloween theme of last year. So very cool to see friends coming here building, and I hope everybody is submitting for it if you can.
Are you submitting?
I literally cannot. So
Oh
I
yes, I forget. I
I
forget.
cannot. I can't, but that's okay because I'm busy. I'm helping in different ways.
Oh
So
yes, I
no,
forget. I
but
forget.
I wish I could like just join the fun, but that's okay. I will join in different ways.
I think you can join the fun, just not win anything.
Yeah, and like I love doing the
I think you can
tutorial
join the
classes.
fun,
Like
just not win
I think
anything.
that's why like I don't know people that are teachers they love like seeing people learn and like they're just like, "Oh, honey, you did so much." So I think like for people that I don't know, like some of us just really are happy by watching other people succeed. So that's I guess that would be like a good way to say it. When people make something that I had in my class, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like that wasn't wasted time. That was worth it." So
Okay, looks like maybe Green is back on and can hear. Looks like they had a Wi-Fi issue. Okay, hello, Green. Thank you for joining. And can hear. Looks like they had a Wi-Fi issue. Meow meow.
so are you
Hello,
putting something
Green.
in for the
Thank you
friend
for
zone
joining.
buildathon?
Toxic said, Sinful, if you submit the same thing that you submitted last year, I will know and I will be looking out. And I'm just trying to get a Regenesis Labs badge over here. Like I'm not trying to win the millions of dollars and all of the stuffs. I just want the little badge. Not even the voucher. Some can have the voucher.
Okay, but I think you
Stuffs.
could do
I just
something.
want the
I think you
little
could definitely do
badge.
something.
Not
I mean,
even the
you're
voucher.
like
Some can have the
you've done a
voucher.
lot with AI, like creating your own website and stuff. Like we know about your little token problem of running out of tokens or whatever they're called.
I'm just irresponsible.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you just maybe have a you're building more complicated
I'm
things
just
than
irresponsible.
some of us, like me. I don't know why you run out of tokens, but I think that's why. Because I've never ran out any.
I'm just irresponsible.
So there's got to be something you and I are doing differently. Like you're doing more complicated stuff.
I'm using my Claude. Claude is expensive, and
God. Okay. And do you need to use Claude? Like that's
To tell you the truth, since I've run out of Claude for the last like I don't know, like my subscription renews every 30 days, and I 25 out of those 30 days I'm out of credits, out of Claude credits. So I've been using Grok 4.6, and it's been great. It's been doing everything I needed to. Maybe once I recharge or re up on the Claude credits, I'll have Claude or Fable audit whatever whatever Grok put together and see if it could be made better and more efficient. But yeah, audit whatever
well,
whatever Grok put
I
together
should
and see
try
if it could
using
be
it. I
made
should try
better and more
upgrading
efficient.
because I've
But
just been using,
yeah,
the basic and it works really well. Like
whatever Grok put
for
together.
the most part. It's been a learning curve of like me learning how to prompt and then me learning what did I do wrong and trying to go fix it, which I think is a big part of it too. But yeah, it's
You've just been using the the cursor composer model, right?
yes, yes.
Try playing around with Grok because since Elon bought the cursors, now like Grok is like a native language in there. Elon bought
Interesting. You'll have to have
the
like a class
cursors.
to learn me
Now
up.
like I'll take a couple of screenshots and draw a couple arrows. It's only like a couple. It's a couple clicks. I'll take a couple of
Yeah, that
screenshots
is
and
cool.
draw a couple arrows. Yep. It's only like do you use like the free version of Cursor, or do you have like $20?
I I got the $20. So I got
Do
the
you use
lowest
like the free
of
version
Cursor and then the
of
lowest of Chat
Cursor,
GPT.
or do you? Oh my lord! You have like with this that you're like saying like I may need to explain this. I don't think you've been using your Claude. Lord, you have Claude access. With this that
I
you're
know.
like
Well,
saying
I
like I
don't
may need to
know that
explain this. I
I'm ready
don't
to
think you've been
open my
using your
relationship
Claude.
with Cursor to
You have
new
Claude
partners.
access.
I'm very satisfied with Cursor,
With Cursor,
but I'm not
yeah.
close-minded. So what? I don't know. What does Claude have to offer that Cursor and I can't do ourselves?
I mean, Claude would be at this point. It's a better mind. It could plan the project out in the most efficient way and kind of like get it right in the planning, and then it'll be up to the whatever other model you use to like get the code, and then you come back to Fable with the code, and it's like, hey, is this correct? Any way to make it better? To like get the code and then you come
Interesting.
back
I have
to
deep, meaningful
Fable
conversations
with
with
the code, and it's
Cursor,
like,
and
hey, is this
I
correct?
try
Any
to
way to make it
explain
better?
like I don't know.
Keep,
Um,
keep, mhm.
it can do it. It does it. Like I don't know. Yeah,
I,
I'm really happy with it. Like so. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, try it. Well, try Grok because like there's like you get a lot of use out of Grok. It's like either the same use for like as composer or even more. So I'm gonna pull up my cursor right now and actually show you on screen. So
Yes,
I'm gonna
yes, do
pull
it.
up my cursor right now and actually
And
okay, show
Green
you
says
on
they do not
screen.
hear us now.
Oh no.
So I said maybe reload. Maybe a reload will help.
Reload or restart the Decentralands. But oh, by the way, I Rustan got me set up with the mementos, so like whenever we're ready to set that up. Oh, by the way, yeah, we have okay. Let's see. Let's go to new agent. Actually, no, that's something that you're familiar. A screen that you would be familiar with, I guess, like within inside a project. Okay, so actually, no, that's something that you're familiar. Is it this? No, right here. Like along the chat where you type, where it says "hi fast" and with a little arrow down, you could go to model and then pick all the different ones. And with a little arrow down,
That is
you
very
could go
cool.
to model and then pick all the different ones. So that'll catch up to you on the screen maybe in 2 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like waiting. Um, oh, I'm gonna grab your stream
So
link
that'll catch up
for
to you
our
on the
friend who
screen
cannot
maybe in two
hear us.
minutes.
Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna grab your stream
So
link
that'll catch up
for
to you
our
on the
friend who
screen
cannot
maybe in
hear
two
us.
minutes.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm streaming to like YouTube, Twitch, X, my website. So yeah, I'm streaming to like YouTube, Twitch, X, my website. So oh, I just realized I haven't set up the Twitter space on the screen. I'm a bad streamer.
Hi, Enos.
Oh, I just realized I
Speaking
haven't
of
set up
streamers,
the
how
Twitter
are
space
you?
on the screen.
Hope you're doing
I'm a
well.
bad streamer.
It's
Hello, he knows. Sorry.
no, no. When like when are we gonna do another game event like the one that he knows? You know, like gosh, the collab between Party and Decentraland. That was pretty cool because it brought in a lot of different streamers. And I think this, remember, guys, this is the year of the streamers from Foundation. Hopefully, yeah, we're still in the same year. We're still in the year of the streamers. So hopefully they'll still do more streaming stuff.
You know, one day. uh, I got us all set up. I am now that much of a better streamer. People can see us on the screen. But yes, that party collab was fun. Sadly, I don't know. I don't know what's up with Party. I don't know if they're still around, or at least like it like stopped letting me stream to them, or it would be just difficult. And I was like, okay, I went away from it, but it happens. You know, there's a lot of streaming platforms that like come up and try, and
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of projects,
it happens. You know,
period, that
there's
come
a
up and
lot
try.
of
And this year, it's
streaming
just been like,
platforms that like come up and
I
try.
mean, I guess it's like a famine, you know, and like different parts of the famine, like everybody's hungry, but you're still surviving off of your like brown fat. But I feel like in the past few months with like Open Page, POAP, Nifty, I mean, it's like this is the, I don't know. It's rough. It's rough out there, kids.
It's pretty brutal, and you know what makes it like okay, maybe like in the short term it makes it like a little extra brutal because if these projects were like relying on crypto, we just had a little crypto pump. So so it's like they tapped out right before like a little like care package came through or relief came through. But
Yeah, you know, and that might not even have been enough of a drop in the bucket for, I'm sure, for some of the organizations, but also like maybe they didn't like, they might have shuttered their doors, but they might not have like sold all of their assets immediately. So maybe they did take advantage this week. Like if Nifty Island is saying that their shutdown is temporary while they rebuild, then they probably still have some, you know, assets to make some choices with. And I don't know, I hope I hope like they can do something, like everybody. I wish crypto wasn't so like on or off, black and white, like we're open and now we're closed. Like I wish, I don't know, maybe it's just idealistic, but I wish in some regards they were more like web 2, where it's like I can't do this anymore, who wants to buy my company? And then they like sell it, because I think OP was like that, but maybe they didn't get the right price. I mean, I don't know. If I were them, I'd have been like, okay, $500. Who wants to buy my brand? Like, if I didn't get the first offer, like, God, uh, if I was a founder,
but
I would just do it different. I don't know.
it kind of is that way though. Like like there's projects that have passed on keys like the Niolings from whoever had them, whoever founded the projects to Cat 5. And I mean, there's definitely a few other ones for sure
Well,
that I
and
can't name
Pudgy
off the
too.
top of my head.
Yeah, Pudgy. I mean, that was
Yes, Pudgy Penguins. We're rocking the NFTs right now.
Yeah, yeah, I just it like it's gonna be so hard to buy more projects to buy into more projects like after DG, Vipe. Well, I guess Woody's is still around, but I don't know. Um, oh gosh, I my sorry, my trauma is not even letting me remember the rugged projects that I have bought into. Oh, Snarky Sharks. Oh my gosh. What others that I can't remember that I'm blocking?
Well, that's when it becomes like a choice by the founder that like it's like if they don't want to pass on the project or the IP or whatever, like they just I don't know, they just disappear either. I don't know. It could serve as future opportunity, like a re-entry into the space. Like, check me out. I've been here this whole time. My NFT minted in 2021.
Yeah, well, on that note, like somebody did a derivative of Snarky Sharks on, I want to say on the Robinhood app. So it's literally just like my freaking shark that I used to rock. And they're all, I forget what they called it, like Sharkies or something. And I don't even understand it. Rusan sent it to me. And I'm just like, I can't even like I don't even know what I'm looking at. Like, but I just know that I got rugged. And like I was stupid. I was minting those at 0.08 ETH. Like I'm an idiot. So I don't know, man. Like future NFT projects, unless we just get a wave of people who don't know and don't care, like they're gonna have to be like show a runway, like we are locked in for 5 years, or something like that, because it's gonna be so hard to trust uh founders again. So if I don't buy somebody's NFT, sorry, it's just hard to pull that trigger.
Yeah, but wearables though, like if it looks good, I'm buying that.
No, I would say I have even changed my sentiment on wearables. Like I've bought less because I'll buy from somebody that like shows that they are reputable. Like definitely here, take my money. But there's a lot I've passed up on because it's like, for whatever reason, I'm just trying to be smarter with my money. And then you see the SpongeBob meme 3 hours later and you see like a bunch of marketplace buy orders from me. But I'm trying.
Well, it is strategic because, like, let's say you did buy the product, then 3 hours later, there still would have been all those orders anyway. So, like, you saved money in a way by not buying the first thing.
So on that note, when we have like cheap wearable submission fees, what are the mint what are people going to mint? Are they going to make mythics? Are they going to make exotics? Are they going to be like YOLO into like uncommon or legendary? Like I'm so curious to see like what the new strategy is going to look like, because it'd be so easy to mint out or to like make a mythic collection where you probably have a better chance of selling out because it's going to have rarity. Zesty will buy 3 at least. So I'm curious. I don't know what my strategy will be.
Well, for sure, now it's we'll be able to like actually mint those amounts. But ah, you usually I used to like to stick to 100, but I've been thinking lately it's like maybe I should expand on that. Like 100 Mew bubbles wherever minted, and there's probably like 99 in circulation because someone burned one and sent me the the screenshot of them burning it. But so yeah, like I wish there were more Mew bubbles out there. So I don't know. I think I would expand and on like my strategy would be to like just release more thousand counts or maybe whatever, make stuff more generic and then have like specialty products trickled in somewhere here and there.
Yeah, yeah, that's interesting. I personally am glad that you've never released like the like magenta new bubble and then like change the color slightly and put it out. Like I'm glad that you uh kept it classy. Um like I don't know, there's a bunch of ways to do it because like my laser hands last year, I made two of them. I made one pair, like the hot pink was legendary, so that was a little bit more. But then the green were, I think, 1,000 of those. So I made a little bit more like attainable for people to get. Um, and I don't know. I don't know if that's the right way to do it to make one kind of more special, um, and then one just more easy to attain. I guess it depends, like what you want your brand and your product to be. But we're all gonna have to figure that out because it like if we suddenly have hundreds of submissions coming in, like yeah, where are we among the hundreds of submissions? Like people that have been here forever and have a brand established, that's one thing. But if you're new and now finally able to publish, like I don't know, it's gonna be different.
Yep. So like I guess for me the question is not really like the count, so like the rarity of it. It's more or less like what do you sell it for? What do you value your product for? Because like sometime or kind of like the thought that I was getting is there were creators, including myself, that would base the price of their wearable off of like the submission fee or what it took for them to get it created.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like some of the stuff that I made, I didn't profit until like the third year of selling it. Like, and that's a long time to wait. I mean, that's like slow drip. And some people want to profit right away, so they make it mythic. And that's just like that's how they roll. But then once you sell it out, you sell it out, and you're never going to make money again. Yes, there's royalties, but I think we all know how much the royalties, like how quickly those add up, or how slowly add up. I think I'm at like 4 mana after 6 years of being here or something. Like I've made 4 mana on
Oh man, that actually gets me curious to go look.
yeah, I'll go look too because like this is a good conversation to have of like why are we even like royalties are just like ha 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 like why are we even doing it?
Maybe like wearable royalties should be based on like what the creator wants them to be, opposed to like just a platform wide.
True. Yeah, perfect example. Yeah, like Redbubble, if you go there, you get to choose. I think it's between 10% and 25. You can't do higher than that, but you choose how much you want to make from it. So then if it's higher, they have to pay more. Um gosh, how the heck do I even find this? Okay. Here we go. Oh, I wonder if
How,
I've made more money than you.
I mean, that's what I was just about to ask. How
Yeah.
much would you say you made in things in the last however long?
Well, it's 2026 and I think let's just say we both started I don't think I made a wearable or emo until like 2022 or something. So in 4 years, in 4 years I've made 3.7 mana in royalties.
Oh, dang it!
So
I made in the just about the same amount of time. I made 3.44.
no way. Let's do the half. Let's round it to seven. Because I've wait. No. Sorry, seven. I did 70 cents, not. Let's. Oh gosh, this is sadder. This is good. I've made 26 cents in 4 years in Decentraland on royalties, guys. 26 cents.
Yeah, 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 but that's 2026 mana prices. Now
Oh,
imagine
true.
like this 3 point or the 3.6 in 2021 mana prices. You'd have like a whole $15.
Well, I'm gonna do mana prices in 2030. That's $37.
Okay. Maybe even 30, 38.
I don't know about that. Yeah, 38. So let's just be realistic about once you have sold your item, it is
Okay.
out the door
Maybe
and you are
even
not
30, 38.
you're cle- hopefully we're not relying on that royalty number.
Yep, yep. No, no, nor are you relying on your total earnings. I just put it up on the screen because I got nothing to hide. Let's see. In the last you know, 4 years, I've made 1,348 mana in wearable sales.
Wolfie has a good point, mostly because no one wants to sell memories. Yes. Yes. Some of them I do. Some of them they're not memories, they're nightmares. And I want to sell them and I want to pretend like I never made those bad financial choices. Cough cough ice poker. Cough cough. So Zesty, if you want to buy some ice wearables, I give you 2.5%. Uh
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this might be inaccurate.
I
Or
feel like it kind of is, like, to be honest.
because it says a total of 39 sales. I freaking sold out on Mew bubbles and Mew auras. So like how does that equate to 39 sales when there's like a potential of 200 wearables to sell out on? Of course I didn't sell 200, but
Yeah, like if they really want to focus on creators and like people making a sustainable, maybe not sustainable, but people being able to like take buying and selling seriously in Decentraland, they need to make bulletproof analytics for sellers. Not like, well, it's probably right, or well, this is a polygon, and these I sold on, on ETH mana, because like mine is all over the place because I've bought and sold. Like if you do that with land, you've got it's like messes it all up.
Mhm.
They need to have it like I know exactly how much, so that then I can also go pay the tax man. Because like right now, this is a kind of dangerous territory. If you're like you handed this to the tax person, like, well, this is how much I think I made, but it's kind of not accurate. I think they'd be like, I think they'd have a problem with that. Sir, can you get better analytics? So I don't know. I that would be a suggestion to foundation, is to make it uh, like super easy to read. There's a like I've sold on Etsy and Mercari and Teachers Pay Teachers, and like those dashboards are built for the sellers to really look at what they're doing and like make new selling decisions based on what they're selling, and like what products sold during December that did not sell during, September. So all of those different like online marketplaces, they have really good dashboards, like UXs for selling. So I guess that is something that they really need to do for Decentraland sellers. Like th- give us a like powerhouse UX for selling.
Might as well. Should be easy enough. They made a nice marketplace.
Yeah, I mean it's a step in the right direction. I like, as long as like marketplace just works, that's step one. And then people actually buy stuff, that's step two. And then sellers can see what they're selling, step three.
Yep, yep, yep. I want. I think it's like a little muddier waters, but I think it's almost kind of possible to track this, but it would take a lot of extra steps through like coin. What is it called? Coin market tracker or coin tracker. That's what I used to pay or to get the data I needed to pay the tax man last year. Uh, and I mean, that kind of like tracks like for example, whenever I make get money from selling a wearable, it would like send me an email and it tracks like, okay, the 5 mana was sent to you at this time from this address or whatever. And then it would have to be up to you to kind of like scrape that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if Foundation continues to talk about putting everything Web3 under the hood, they're kind of setting new users up to fail when it comes to reporting on taxes if they don't also make it real streamlined of like how we can do that. I mean, I guess we have to monitor that ourselves, but like somebody is going to get a really painful rude awakening if they come in to a game they think is like Roblox or anything else and they're buying and selling or like and then they realize they actually have to go that extra step and report on taxes that and it hasn't been like uh talked about. I mean, the other online platforms I'm on, like you have to you have to fill out a W-9 for it like once you get to a certain amount of income. So I don't know, maybe I'm just overthinking it, but I just want to
No, I don't think you're overthinking it because I mean I think last week, the term that the target audience is not us. Well, I guess their current target audience, Web2 crowd, they pay taxes. So and they don't have the know-how or the ability to go into like, Etherscan or whatever and start tracking all this stuff. Um, nor does Decentraland want to show that it exists. So,
yes, I think maybe that's the part where maybe we're just pretending it's not super complicated and we're just gonna ignore it. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of like all my skins in Fortnite that I buy. Like, I bought those, but I paid taxes on the income that I bought those with, and like, well, then I can't sell them. So I don't know.
you 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 pay taxes on the income that you used to buy the wearables, and you also paid taxes on the V Bucks to buy the skin on
Yeah,
Fortnite. So it's like you're getting taxed all around.
yeah. But I guess the difference there is I cannot legally sell those back. So that's just dead money. So as long as I'm not making income from those, which I'm not, 'cause that would violate, terms of service. I guess that's the difference is that these you can sell back.
Yep. Hmm. Lots to think about. Lots to think about. Let's see. Just looking. Oh, hello, Meta Wolf. I see Meta Wolf in World. I don't know who Hag is. I'm gonna click on him, see what's up. Maybe it's one of Zesty's wallets.
Yeah. He just
Uh,
minted that name, which is
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I was just saying, I can't believe it hasn't been minted until 2026. That has to be like one of the only three-letter names still left.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was I was blown away to like find a sin in like the marketplace for as cheap as I did.
But that wasn't recently, was it?
No, that was
Okay. Long time
I
ago.
mean, now it's a couple years back, man. How time flies.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Hey, guys, can I interrupt for one
Hey.
sec?
Oh, hi.
Hi,
It's nice and
Alan.
simple. Hi, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I'm sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to let you know I hate doing this. You've got double audio on the YouTube and Twitch streams, and I don't like saying it out in public and like
No, that's the best
you
thing to
know,
do because
yeah.
I'm not paying attention.
And I know exactly how that goes. Trust me. So, but I figure you might be going for another hour or two, and you'd want to tweak that before you keep going.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one pointed it out earlier.
No one likes to point this stuff out, I think. I'll be streaming for an hour with, like, with music blaring over my voice, and no one will say anything, so I don't know if it's, like, politeness or just kind of a "who cares" kind of
Y-
attitude, but,
Thank
uh,
you, thank you.
my
No,
pleasure, man.
and yeah, to anyone, just always let me know because I tend to forget from the night before that my audio is on. I should really stop listening to music at the Meta Beast roaming party.
I think this goes for anyone that's streaming. I think we all would just like a heads up if there's any issues. Just say it because I'm sure anyone would appreciate it. So keep that in mind. To anyone that's noticing streams that aren't quite right or something's wrong, let us know, or let them know. Anyways, hey, one other quick thing, just a heads up. It looks like this MetaBeast's DAO proposal is up in a few hours. Just thought I'd mention that. I know he puts so much work into these things, and I try to. I think we all try to support him with these things that he's proposing. But it's the should the DAO mandate an annual review and update of all governance documents. So whether you agree or not, just so you know, that DAO vote is ending very shortly, like a couple hours from now. So just throwing that out there.
Yep, I'm seeing 3 hours here. Let's see. I'll pull it up to the screen. It's only it needs 1 million VP basically. 938,000 VP to get through the mark.
I gotta admit, I'm always kind of because I sort of half pay attention to this stuff. I'm always not sure if it's like, is this a proposal or is this a proposal for a proposal? So
Uh,
I
so
don't know if
you
last round.
usually at the top, like right under the title, it says if it says governance, it's like the actual proposal, or even like if you see like a vote for like 6 million or 8 million or a lot of VP, then usually it tends to be like the actual proposal.
Gotcha. Yeah, and you're right. This is a governance under governance. So there you go. Just throwing out
Yeah,
there.
if it were like not a proposal, just kind of like seeking ideas or whatever, it's like oh should say either like draft or poll. Let's see if I can find an example. Yeah, should the council have terms poll.
Right.
And you can also see like what stage it's in because I'm personally much more uh prone to vote to support in like stage 1 and 2, and then the third stage I don't mess around because that's binding. So sometimes
Right.
you need to, like I think somebody might have a proposal out there in the first stage that's like interesting, but they haven't fleshed it out. They've got like big gaps, big questions, but like getting it to that second stage and then hopefully giving feedback lets them go back and like, okay, I gotta solve this problem. And so hopefully by the third round, they've got all of those, issues figured out. Um,
Hmm.
my concern with this one is just um personally the council, like we are limited on what we're able to do right now. So if I guess the community just needs to like if we take on more work, what are we dropping? Because we do have finite like limitations for this position. And I think every one of us works full time. So like I know that the 2030 proposal put a lot of work, more work on the council. And then this one, I ran it through Chat GPT. It said that this would be 40 to 60 hours of work. And so personally, like, I need to know, like, how are we going to add 40 to 60 hours of work on top of the existing required work duties? So
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm a little hesitant because if we say yes to everything, we're going to fail. So like having a more strategic approach where like who is going to do all of this. It's brought up a lot of good conversation in here, so I'm glad that it's gotten the talk going. But I personally think we can't say yes to everything, or something falls up the plate. So that would be my question: what do people want to fall off the plate? Because we took on the 2030 even proposal, even though that did not pass. We're taking that on. We're doing that extra work. We're going through trying to make sure that that work is done.
That's totally fair. I
Can't
mean,
that task be delegated?
Well, that's what it kind of sounds like, but like it also mandates, like the verbiage in here, it also says the council will be responsible for this. So I know in the past with MetaBeast, I've voted, I've said this, like, you are creating a proposal that forces us, the council, to do it. And he says later, well, we don't need you to do it. But like, if I vote this through, I'm voting on, this is a legally binding, a governance proposal. Well, not legally binding, 'cause well, that's a different story. But I'm just afraid to push through anything that promises that yes, this party will do it. Like, I would feel more comfortable if the language said a party will do it, and after this is passed, we can differentiate who's the best person for that. Maybe it's Gino, maybe it's somebody specific from the council. But if we vote this through and it says the council is doing it, we just locked in like a governance proposal that said the council is doing it. So I'm just like, it's always the verbiage. Just, I don't want to promise something and then not be able to deliver on it.
Definitely gave me a lot to think about there, because like yeah, like in the past there's been the proposals, thou committee will do it, or whatever, and just stuff never gets done. And that's very smart, because usually the conversations in the comments are like, oh yeah, well, the council doesn't really have to do it, they could send someone else. But in the initial proposal, in the actual proposal, it says that the council has to do it. So lots to think about there, lots
Exactly.
to unwrap.
Exactly. And it if it came back and the community said, you were supposed to do this, we would have no teeth to go back on. And I'm basing this on a decade of being tied up with legally binding documents where if I say a word, if I say something, the school district has to legally provide it. And so I'm also very careful, because I can't sit there in those meetings and say your son would benefit from speech, because right now, if I say that, the school district instantly has to pay for speech services. So I'm also very careful, because I've seen what can happen in litigation. And so I don't want to just push these proposals through and be like, yes, somebody will take care of it. We'll hire somebody, we'll commission it, we'll somebody from Regenesis Labs. Like, Regenesis Labs has their own budget. They've already gone through. They have uh their money is earmarked for specific things. Their people, their staff have been hired for specific jobs. So unless we're going to hire above and beyond that, I think, like, I guess maybe what would make me more comfortable is the way that we hired when we wanted to have the audit. We put a proposal out there with us very exact. We knew exactly how much money this is going to cost, and we hired Mariana. So that was very concise. It was like the guardrails are right there. There's no gray area. Like, this is how much we're going to pay her. This is when she's hired. This is when this contract is over. So when we're talking about money, like, I really think that this would need to be another proposal. Like, we want to pay somebody, $5,000 to update these documents. And like, in some ways, like, that doesn't need to be the council doing it. Like, in my mind, maybe I'm wrong about this, but like, that could be another position, a job for a community member who's passionate about the DAO, who's experienced about the DAO, with oversight, with like working collaboratively with the council. But why couldn't that be somebody else, not just council? So I feel like it's the logistics, like everything about this. Yes, we need documentation. Yes, that's not the issue. The issue is that it doesn't show me how it's going to happen. And that is a red flag. If you can get this far with a proposal and you just have like gray area, like no, black and white.
I really wish you were here the last 3 weeks when we were talking about that. Um, perhaps my vote would have been different at that point. Uh,
I gotta be honest. I just, yeah, it's embarrassing, but you know, if MetaBeast puts up a proposal, I'll just vote for it. Only because I think that his heart is in the right place. So it's probably a proposal with good intentions. And then I kind of figure, well, my vote's only like a little part of this. If there's 6 million votes and other people agree, then it'll pass. And if it doesn't get to that point, then it won't pass. So I guess I just kind of want to have him keep pushing and trying to make things better, I guess. But I'll just say that. I should probably read these more carefully, but then it it just becomes kind of a blur in my brain, to be honest. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, so right now, in the specifications section, responsible party, Dow Council, the Dow Council may execute the review directly or commission a contributor or vendor to do so at its discretion. Yeah, so within existing budget authority.
Yeah, so it doesn't give you any. I don't know. That just is open ended. So it doesn't say how much do we pay somebody. Let's pay them $10,000 per hour, right? Why not? Let's like, what is stopping then a group from being like, we're gonna pay somebody $50,000 to do this, and we're gonna choose our friend? No, look at that. That takes all the power away from the people. Like, I would rather put it up to, like I said, the same governance proposal, like with Mariana. Like anytime that money is involved, I think that it just, I don't know, it just seems like uh
So,
I just wish this was more concise.
maybe there's a little bit of confusion on like the approach here. Perhaps maybe it's MetaBeast, like it's like we need documentation and just sees the council as like the place to go to, when like instead it should be more of a general kind of thing. Leave the council out of it. People from the council can apply, but kind of kind of directed as a what is it, a point of action? No, a call to action kind of proposal.
Well, I mean, all of this is it is an experiment from when we restructured the DAO till now. And I do think that we've found there are some gaps. There are like the execution of a lot of these things, like looking at the, does the website have any 404 errors? Is the transparency dashboard up to date? Like, there are just some structural pieces that are still, I think, out there that aren't owned by anybody. They're not Regenesis Labs, they're not council. um had the turnover with the DAO committee gone differently, I could see that being I could see that being some kind of role within, where you still have somebody that's in charge of these structural pieces, and therefore, like, yeah, making sure that all of the documentation is up to date. But right now, that's not how this was restructured. The council, like, we have very concise job duties, and this is not within them. But we're trying our best. Like, we have taken on more job duties than I think we can even explain, because of the way that this whole process has gone. Like, um and we will continue to. I do think that it's good to read through these, because it might be a good idea, but it might have some big issues with how it's executed. um yeah, I would say we shouldn't be voting because we are friendly with somebody. Like really, this is a for if you're a skier and a snowboarder, you know the saying, "No friends on a powder day." Like you're buddies, but on a powder day, you don't have any friends. You go get that snow for yourself. Like same thing in the Dow. I don't want to vote yes because I'm friendly with Ruston. He might have a really crappy proposal that hurts the platform. And so I don't know. I think sometimes we got to vote and maybe hurt friends' feelings or not vote and maybe our non-vote hurts our friends' feelings, but that I don't know. I just don't want to vote and hurt the platform.
Oh, so I did see that MetaBeast just popped in. We may have to repeat the entire 30-minute conversation or recap.
Hey, just one quick thing on this stuff. Like what you're saying, Kness, is totally fair. And personally, I think every effing penny matters at this point. I kind of like if it's not worth the money to do this, then fair enough, then it probably shouldn't be done. I just think of like, when you have money in your bank account, you kind of spend it as, like, nah, what the hell? Yeah, I'll grab this, I'll grab that. And then when you run out of money, you kind of look back and go, damn, I probably shouldn't have bought that or spent it on that. Oopsies. And I'm worried that Decentraland is in that position. I feel like there's a lot of money kind of flowing around to all sorts of stuff. Fair enough, but I think Decentraland, the DAO, Genesis Labs should all be. Frankly, I think they should be penny pinching right now. Overall, um, and another quick thing, I think there's still double audio on YouTube and Twitch. Just to let you know, but I won't bring it up again. And I'll leave it at that.
I fixed it.
Nice. Okay, cool.
I agree. I think that that's like, especially as we see projects like I would say near and dear to our heart, like uh I would yeah, like formative projects like POEP um go under and other places, other platforms that like while they may have been seen as a competitor, are they're still our world, like Nifty Island. It's a virtual world. Like they're not I don't know. Like I think they are more like us than different than us. Like when we see that happening, and it's for a lot of different reasons. Like everybody's got a different financial situation and different management situation. Some people might just be ready to move on to the next exciting thing in their life. But when we see that, I think we absolutely need to um, tighten the noose and part of what we as the council has been working on with the 2030 I realize I am like actually just super cutthroat like I actually apologize I was like I'm sorry you guys like I think I'm mean I would just tighten up everything and uh survival is what matters and so yeah I think we should I guess that's like we have to decide that for ourselves like individual users we can't decide that for foundation because they're going to make choices based on the information they have and like we're not a part of that so we can't give input like hey you should like trim up your staff I mean whatever they're doing we don't know we can only assume that they are making choices in the best interest of a long term like longevity of the platform um but yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. I think that we probably were super overinflated with hiring back in 2021. Can you imagine? Like we used to have an HR department back then. Um, like a person hired specifically, I think, for like hirings. And so we are definitely in a different world, different ball game now.
Yeah, you definitely know you're inflated when there's an HR department for sure. uh,
I hate to say it, but let's face it, there's still more employees than users. Ugh, ouch. That pains me to say it.
hey man, um, It's not anything bad. It's only the truth, and what the only thing we can do is try to change this truth in any way that we can. But
For sure. One quick note on Nifty Island. I know I used to bring up these videos that Pepe and I do. Excuse me. We visited Nifty Island on the last day, and just so everyone here knows, it was completely dead. Like dead. There were 3 users in there. 2 of them were AFK. So there's 5 total, including Pepe and I. And there's 1 active user in there. So just to put things into perspective, anytime I think Decentraland's sort of not working right or we're lacking users, Nifty Island was way worse off. Completely uninhabited at this point. And for all I want to point out, for all of Decentraland's flaws, it's still, in my opinion, the best metaverse. Um, quote unquote metaverse, whatever that means anymore. Um, so that is, I've in a strange way, some good news, I'd say, for us.
I love your videos. I got to go back and rewatch that one because I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. But I love that you're doing those. Like that's such a good perspective. Um, so thank you for doing that. And yeah, I guess I'm all over the place with my thoughts on that. Like we like I don't want to be like the best last this like metaverse. Like I want to just be the best with all of these other metaverses still active. Like because I'm always going to think it's the best. But it's so sad when others drop off and you're like, oh, like I actually didn't mind having somebody out there. Like it's like in a feast we all eat. Like
Hmm.
that's what I think we should all want to eat.
I will give Nifty Island credit. In my opinion, the platform worked really well. I didn't run into any bugs. I didn't crash. It every all the UIs systems worked. Everything worked. Um, which was kind of a shock, to be honest. Every other metaverse we've been to, we crash, things are broken. But Nifty Island was fully functional, so I give them a thumbs up for that. I think the issue there is that the entire platform is just, I think, a glorified play to earn system. And if I'm wrong, like maybe I was only there for 1 day, but I could just sense it the whole way through. Like this is play to earn that has just fallen apart. Um, but Nifty Island, I hope they can get their shit together and come back. Um, we'll see, but it wasn't a terrible platform. It did work. So, but Decentraland's, in my opinion, like miles ahead of them in terms of what you can do and how it works and what your options are and how you can build. So there, yeah.
That's interesting because I always loved the way that you could build there, like the terraforming, like right under somebody, you could just be making a hill. Like I thought that was really cool. I thought that that was where they were way ahead of us, and also just like being able to customize your land, your sky, your water. It's like why can't we have that? Why can't we have like uh, different skies? You know, I've had to do it like through Blender, like low tech ways. So just even those little differences, I like that really mattered to me. Like I started building there when it first came out, and I for like a week I just like built, and it was so cool. But then I didn't stick with it just because it was like, all right, I love building here, but I'm not really in. I can't stand the whole quest thing. Like you have to go be social with somebody to get something from them. It's like no, I just want to talk to you. If I talk to you, I want it to be because talk like I like you, not because I'm gonna get what was it, like a shard or a crystal or something for your campfire there. I think I don't know that. So that's what lost me is that part, the
You
forced
have
interaction.
Yeah, you have to collect blooms, which are just these sort of tokens lying around all over the place. Um, I have a feeling that if you didn't know anything about building and just wanted to make a little game in a little world, I get the feeling it's easy there, but I think it's limited as to what you can actually do. And I have a feeling I get the feeling these islands are either free or very, very cheap. I think they're free. Um, so I'll say it one more time. I think it was just play to earn that ran out of gas. Like every single play to earn system has died, unless I'm wrong, or is in the process of dying. So, like, I mean, every single one in Decentraland is done. Um, uh, they've all failed. So I think Nifty Island was just a giant play to earn that, um, and the token became worthless, and people stopped playing it or slash using it. Uh, Again, I'm a bit ignorant to the whole ecosystem there, and so I could be wrong, but that was my feeling.
So wasn't there, I mean, I know they had like a big airdrop and some people made out like kings, but then they had the choice to either cash out or they could stake it and then like for 2 years and that would stabilize the basically liquidity pool, stabilize the price of the coin. And I, mean, like I one of our longtime Decentraland people I think did that, and I'm just like worried or like, geez, what happened to these people that chose not to pull out their money, but like chose to reinvest it? Did it just go to like nothing and they just, uh, like that's a rough thing to think about living the rest of your life with. Like, I don't know. Like, does anybody know? Did that money get released that they had to lock up for like 2 years?
I'm not sure, and I missed part of what you were saying.
Are you talking
Distraction
about the
here.
airdrop?
Yeah, like there was the
Yeah.
airdrop, but then you could stake your palms, I want to say, and then in 2 years they were going to be released at a, like hopefully higher value. But I think instead of going up, it just like went down.
Classic play to earn. At one point, the Nifty Island token was worth like 16 cents. This was like January of last year, so a year and a half ago, I think, 2025. And basically, well, when they announced they were shutting down, it was like fractions of a penny. Just to add some context, maybe they do have some sort of big staking system there, but I didn't explore that. Um, it just felt like you just had to constantly be collecting blooms to do stuff, which is fine. I think some people enjoy that kind of game mechanic. I personally am done with it.
Yeah, I notice I have about a week's worth of attention span where I'm like, I gotta go farm, I gotta water my plants, and then after that it's like my real life plants like, oh, you guys will grow a deeper root system if don't water you for a few days, so I'm gonna go do something else, and then I just forget to come back to it. So yeah, I you bring up really good points, Alan, and then in my mind I'm like, yes, there are still parts of Decentraland that are play to earn, and so like, what do we do to prevent the same, I don't know, the same thing, like step in, right? Step in was play to earn. The what was that Zed Run horse game? Um, I mean DG Central Games Ice Poker like is play to earn. It does it work anywhere?
I don't think it works anywhere. I mean, according to history, it's worked nowhere. I think you'd have to come up with the most fun game in the world where the play to earn aspect of it was a bonus. Um, but when it's play to earn's the main attraction, it's just count the days till it rugs or just goes to zero. I not to be cynical, but that seems to be the history.
Yeah, it's always good for those who jump in first.
Exactly. Yeah. If you get there late, kiss your money goodbye.
It's definitely a sad reality to it all because unfortunately, like play to earn, it's like that money that the players are earning has to come from somewhere. It doesn't just like magically appear.
Well, and I think that's like the sad and scary part because I know people that made a ton of money in ice poker and they and they're like, yeah, I sold everything right away. And so they left, ahead. I am not one of those people. I love to round trip things, maybe even like multiple times just so that I firmly uh die in the trenches. Um but yeah, like knowing that now, knowing what we know about play to earn games and just the ecosystems. I mean, how do we move forward with games in Decentraland? Like, I'm just thinking about it like on as somebody that now is creating games where I'm like, how do I get it where people want to come back to play the game? I mean, you have to have like a really good, fun, engaging game that people want to come back to over and over again, or you need to be like throwing wearables and emotes at them for, grinding your game, which is fun to a certain point, but like long term, I don't, I don't, I don't think anybody wants to do that forever.
The only thing I can think of personally is legendary wearables. I mean, I know it's ridiculous. I guess that is sort of play to earn, but it's also sort of like a badge. It's like if you're one of the first 100 to finish this task, you get a legendary wearable. Um, I mean, I think that worked for Wondermine and certain other things where, like, all right, well, only 100 people can have this and can accomplish this. So I think that's like the low hanging fruit of offering up. There's some competition where I want to get one of these before they run out. So I'm gonna play this game or grind it out or whatever. I'll be blunt. I feel like to me, this is just me personally. Wearables that are less rare than epic to me are just kind of pointless. Uh, there's just too many of them. Um, epic and rare, I think, is the only like if there was 100,000 daily users, then fine. Yeah, you can make a rare or a uncommon with 5,000, 10,000. Now, and don't get me wrong, like I'm talking to you, Kinessa here, so I know that some of your wearables are more than epic, or they're less rare than epic. But I mean, I think that's a little different. Like if you want to make something to hand out to friends and to people that you know support you, then I think that's fine. But in terms of like add like value, I to me it's like legendary and up. Even epic is like borderline in my opinion. And don't get me wrong, I've made a couple epic wearables. So, but 1,000, that's fine. Anything more than that, like this is. I'll just say, like all the drones at Genesis Plaza. I'm switching gears a little bit. They're full of like these sort of common like uh, leftovers from previous fucking festivals. Like, oh, hey, here's a tiara. There's 100,000 of them, and we're just sort of like dumping them on new users. Like, I almost feel like dirty. Like, no, I don't. I'll be honest. I don't even tell people about them because I think it's. Oh, I got a tiara. Yeah, we all got the tiara. Okay, we've all got multiple tiaras, but if those wearables in those drones were epic or rarer, then they would have some value and they would be saying, welcome, you're one of the firsts, and this, hang on to this. There's only 1,000 of them, or better yet, like you can't make a drone wearable legendary, but I think it'd be pretty cool. Um, anyways, that's enough with the common wearables being handed out as gifts. Like it's almost insulting, I think, to new users.
And they did that with the spotlight emote. That was and not a drone, but that was a like just a podium you'd walk up to and click. And I think the difference there, it was randomized, if I remember. And I was literally the first person to ever spotlight at a party because I came in and spotlighted, and people were like, "Blah!" Like it blew our minds. Um, so like randomization, where you have the chance to get something, and maybe yeah, maybe there's a bunch of legendary and epic, but there are some mythics in there, and so I don't know. That is, I think that's such fascinating talk because so pretty soon I'm gonna like my game is almost done, and I'm gonna like bring it out to the world publicly. And I have wearables that I made for it, and I'm like struggling with this too. Like, what mint do I make them? And I'm like leaning towards mythic and exotic because I think you're absolutely right. Like, I don't think that we have the numbers for epic. Maybe epic at the most, but even that, like, I wish it was 500. Like, that'd be a cool mint too. But I don't know. Like, it'd be really cool to reward the first group of people that come in and play, your game. Um, so yeah, I think I'm leaning way more lower numbers than I used to. Go ahead, Sim.
Yeah.
I, I'm on the team of why not? Because like why not have the 100,000 count wearable to like as a initial like welcome to the game, and then it's like upon completion you get your if or let's say you're the first to ever beat this game. Here is your one of um or yeah, something along those lines, or maybe there's 100 count for the first 100 people that beat the game, and next season there'll be a different one.
That would be really cool, actually. Like the inaugural like person, the first person to get to I don't know, get like a fast score or get collect the thing. Um, that would be cool if the first 100 people got the 100 of the mint. Hmm. There's so many other
Yeah.
parts of it though, like logistics of handing this stuff out, like that yeah, I can go into. But go ahead.
I'm sure the AIs can handle all that. Like, I don't want to say too much, but I do know that there is a genius among us that just joined the Buildathon that is going to probably fix this issue in some way, shape, or form. I'm just not going to say nothing else about it. Um, but but yeah, I think it will be possible to kind of do this at like kind of trigger it so that some action triggers a wearable claim, or it's like you are the first one to do this, mythic or unique. Here you go.
That would be so cool because with OP badges shutting down, like my pudgy penguin, the whole idea behind that like you get this badge and then I can reward you. Like now I'm like, I don't know, do I just put them on the marketplace and like anybody can just put them dirt cheap and people can get them? So I gotta like figure that out, I guess. Or I know there's other ways. I gotta get my head out of the bucket and think differently. So that's interesting that you are more like higher mint numbers. Alan is more lower mint numbers. I think I'm leaning towards lower mint numbers. I saw
I
thumbs up
I,
earlier.
I think I think it's like I'm more on like both, because I think it all depends on the level of effort. If you just like walk into the build and play it once, like maybe yeah, maybe you can walk out with a little something of like a high mint count wearable, but as you like progress through the levels, maybe you'll get that, then the next one you'll get is a rare, then a legendary, like publishing fees are about to be cheap as hell.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to change everything. Like that right now, like I'm scared to publish. I'm like, okay, I don't want to publish, but I kind of have to, and I don't like. I think the lower fee will change the way people are approaching it. That would be interesting to instead of like the first 10 people that beat this game get the mythic, and then the first 50 to the next level get the exotic, and the first 100 get the legendary. You're saying like the first 100 get the common, and then the second, or like sequentially, so you work towards that rare item. Hmm.
Oh
That's a big.
yeah. I mean, it could build this and I'll pass it over to you after, Alan, because I saw you unmute. It could kind of build this like kind of feel of you know, like Ready Player One. It's like first one to collect the key, the first key or second key, third key, gets the max points, and it's like every person that collects it after gets less. Um, sort of kind of like that sense of or feel of gameplay or I don't know exactly how to describe it, or Sword Art Online where like after everyone got stuck in the game, like people were the ones that went out and explored and did things first were the ones that were getting like the rarest items and stuff like that, and then reaching the highest levels.
I feel like we've got to keep things simple at this point in our uh lifespan, or something like that. I mean, I love these ideas of these sort of these are almost play to earn sort of systems. I mean, that you're talking about, and I wonder, or I worry that they're too complex for current for Decentraland for the foundation to implement quickly. Like I feel like I'm just speaking. I'm just
Alan, are you still relying on the foundation? Don't you know we have the AIs?
Well, yeah. Well, this is I don't I get the feeling that the foundation's not using AI, or they're using it only in certain ways.
Oh, they're
Like,
most certainly you.
well, they're using it. You can tell where they're using it because when they use it, it's slop. I mean, I'm gonna fucking say it. Like, I'm sorry. Their schedule looks like shit. This new fucking credit system is ridiculous. It's broken everything. Like, I don't know what they're thinking. I love them, but guys, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah,
I worry they're using sort of like old school systems. Like, we're a corporation, and this is how you market a product. It's like, no, no, okay. Like, look, this is 2026. We are in fucking crypto freak show, end of the world times. Like, we need guerrilla marketing, not like, oh, we're gonna spend the next 6 months polling people to what do they want. Like, oh my god. Um, like guerrilla marketing. Hey, Decentraland sends out a tweet. Next 100 people that show up at this spot get a legendary wearable. Boom, get your butts in gear. Okay, how long? That tweet takes 2 minutes to write. I'm sure they've got a wearable sitting around they can just slap into a freaking drone somewhere. I mean,
I don't think that that marketing form is effective for anyone outside the 38 circle.
maybe. I guess, get your exclusive wearable. I don't know. You're right. I don't know. I don't know.
Come get money if you
Yes.
show up over here.
How do I make money? It is depressing how often I have a chat with some new user or like try to drag out a coherent sentence or two out of them. And then it comes down to like, I don't think this person understands what I'm saying. They are just trying to make some money here. That like, it'll be an hour of chatting, of trying to politely coerce them into sharing their ideas. What are you doing here? And it just comes down to how I make money here, and it's so depressing. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And on a quick side note, what's with these fucking bots showing up here via mobile? I mean, they weren't here yesterday, but the old like the Otis Raven Eyes and the Drake Bloodstones and the whatevers, like whoever's sending these people in, stop. That's my opinion. Maybe other people like engaging with random jumping around bots who don't say anything. I think it's disturbing. Whoever's doing that, whether it's the foundation, whether it's the DAO, the Regenesis, some wacky nut bar out there, please stop. I can't stand dealing with these people. Um, they make it feel like a joke. So am I the only one running into these people like and just getting annoyed with like the bots running around? I'll just say the only logical explanation is that either the foundation or Regenesis Labs are testing out their mobile app because they're all on mobile. And so they're sending in bots to just pressure test the system, or something like that. I hope they're gone. And again, I'll say it one last time. Whoever's sending them in, stop, please. It's embarrassing. Well, okay, I'll stop.
Yeah, I mean, I personally have always seen some sort of bot or something, user not speaking and whatever. Like, so, I mean, I can't. I guess maybe these days I don't spend as much time on Decentraland as I used to. So yeah, maybe I just haven't had the opportunity to be bothered by them.
Yeah,
But
fair
I do
enough.
see them.
I feel like the last couple days they've stopped showing up. So whether it's some kind of
Maybe
experiment.
maybe maybe they heard you tell them to stop.
Well, I give them a hard time when they show up at my events. I'm not nice to bots, to be honest.
uh, you got to be nice to the robot, bro. One day the AI overlords will flip the switch, and they'll start deciding which humans it likes. And if it saw you discriminating one of its mindless brothers, then
Maybe. No, I think it'll respect me for like, pushing them around a little bit, you know?
uh,
Okay, I'm just joking. I'm not super rude to these bots, but I know they're bots. And I've pushed them in terms of like, I'll give you 1,000 mana if you can prove to me you're human. And they like I've done this to like 20 people and not a single person has responded.
here's your chance. Do you want to do it to Victoria? Just popped in.
Well, let's see here, Victor.
Country number 6. It actually might be Shibai. I don't know. Who knows? Victoria, you have a chance to win 1,000 mana, maybe if Alan agrees.
Well, the problem is if it was Victoria, Fire Sword with a space in the name, then yeah, okay, it's guaranteed to be a bot. Victoria, who knows? I mean, ask her. Just say hi. Are you a human?
Nah, Canessa scared her off.
Well,
Right.
the name, like with actually they're cool ass names. I think a lot of times I'm like, whoa, like that one really has a ring to it. But those are like the guest names that are
Mhm.
like auto generated, because like when I made my mobile account, I didn't necessarily want to come in as Canessa because I need to like get to my games, test my games. I also wanted to go to Genesis Plaza and see which welcome guides welcomed me and which ones were AFK on payroll. And so that is like I believe that's a guest account. So it yeah, like that's just the account that it gives you when you create an account on mobile. Like the really cool name, two names, like as your Firestorm or something like that. So I don't know who, kudos to whoever came up with the name generation.
I've noticed.
Yeah. But yeah, so
I'm at
beyond
the
that,
point.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm at the point where I just ignore those people now because it's not worth my time to be chatting with a bot. And if that, I mean, yeah, I'll just say that. I screw them. No, like
Well,
I'm.
Alan,
Yeah.
I can tell you're not getting very good marks on Canessa's tests.
I was gonna say
Well,
it. No, no, it's funny. It's fun to come in under a different name, and it's yeah. Like I said, my young protege did that. Actually, without my knowledge. And then he's like, Mom, I'm talking to your friends. I'm like, wait, what? Like, which friends?
uh-oh.
Like, back up, hold up, hard stop. I don't know that. Like, we're ready. That's what happens when Decentraland gets to the Epic Game Store. You have like young people suddenly coming in, and we had to have a talk. But anyway, I will put it in my report.
Young
Just to be
people with
clear,
email addresses.
I,
Oh
I
my
don't tell these bots to like eat shit or anything. I play around with them, but no, frankly, it's driving me
I,
nuts that these people are around. Or these bots are showing up to events and kind of walking around and getting in the way and acting like bots. I just, it's not a good sign to me. But I'll stop.
uh, Go
So,
ahead, Justin.
so have you seen the ones that are like evenly paced along a road?
I have seen those.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
the flat.
that's a different story. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's distinct from the ones with spaces in their names, which
yeah.
those actually moved around. So I did wonder if those were mobile users. And just from listening to this conversation, it sounds like that is in fact the case.
Well, and
Yeah,
MTV, I know, has put
if there's a
in.
space between the names, my understanding is they're mobile. I also my understanding is the mobile app's chat does not have a translator, which makes it even more difficult. If there is a real person that doesn't speak English on mobile, they're going to have a real hard time. And my understanding, again, since I haven't used the mobile app because my phone is way too old and would just explode, um, I get the impression that just chatting is difficult on mobile, or it's not very easy, let's say. So some of the like I think like 95% of these mobile users are bots, and then unfortunately the 5% that show up on mobile and don't speak English, I think they're just hitting a massive wall. And I will quickly like sometimes I watch these new users show up and they're just like, kind of walking into a wall and like just garble, blah, blah, blah. And I have to admit, when I was in Nifty Island for the very first time, it did strike me like there's a lot fucking going on here. I don't know what any of these buttons do. I don't, and so like actually interacting with another user was quite difficult. So I'll give them that. I did learn a little lesson there.
Yeah, and like mobile, the UI, like it changed again this week from where it was like 2 weeks ago, and so I don't know. I still struggle with it. Like it's much easier to do stuff on a PC. So getting into the chat, I mean, I guess I'm showing my age. Maybe you guys are like, "What? It's not that
So,
hard, Canessa." Like, so
so they added, or I don't know how long it's been there, but recently I found the button right next to the chat that turns the chat into like a full screen, so you can kind of like type very a lot easier.
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So, because that was one of my complaints as well. Like the chat wasn't very efficient or easy to use or to find either.
I would throw out the grumpy idea that I don't think the mobile app should have even been released yet. Like I know I live in the dark ages and I'm a jerk, but if you open up a restaurant and well the stove doesn't work, you got like one deep fryer and you start like, hey, come on in, like
You open a
okay,
second one.
well, yeah, you expand, but like, okay, what do you serve? Well, we got fried hot dogs and Caesar salad. Like, okay, and it's like and the Caesar salad comes out all like, what the hell's going on? They don't come back to the restaurant. It's like, they tell our friend, yeah, I went to that restaurant. It's a fucking freak show, and they only serve fried hot dogs. Like, so when you're pushing a mobile app that's like barely functional and is so inferior to the desktop client, I still don't know why they even released it. I, I'm worried that the foundation is so desperate for daily active users that they'll just do anything. Like they'll throw in, here's a $10,000, bring in 50 of your friends. Like they're they're only thinking about
So,
numbers.
just to add a little context there, the mobile app was not a foundation led project. It was Regenesis Labs, and they kind of run on their own budget and their own vision.
True. You're absolutely. I still think that they should not have released it so early. Like, I, Decentraland constantly releases semi-broken things over and over again. Probably because none of them that are releasing this stuff actually use it or has a good idea of what is really wanted or needed. This is the we'll be talking. I'll be having the same gripe like 2 years from now probably, but like a good example of it is this credit stuff, which just came out of nowhere and sort of broke everything. I mean, I say broke as in I used to like clicking on a profile, like, oh, what is that wearable or what emote are they doing? So you can click on that avatar, go to their profile, and then go to the marketplace. but then it started firing you off to the new marketplace where you could only buy with credits, but the stuff that was I was looking at wasn't on the new. Like it just what a mess. I don't know. They could, as if they couldn't have tested this out a little bit. Maybe got some tiny amount of user feedback, like, hey, we're thinking about doing this, who wants it? Like, oh, 99% of people said no, like, maybe we won't release this. But I get the sense they just don't care. They're kind of on autopilot, and they're just making stuff that AI tells them they should build. And that's a bad path. I think that we're I'm sorry.
No,
So
no, never apologize
All
for
right.
feeling like I think that it's so important to hear everybody's perspective on this because we're all going to see it a little bit different based on where we're at. So I just
Mhm.
please don't apologize for like on our account. Like I think that it's really important to hear this, even if it's not easy to hear it. Like we need to get over our discomfort or we're
Yeah.
going to die in comfort with 38 users.
I often compare the crypto space to trench warfare, and it's like you don't want to be that guy grumbling in the corner, like, why are we even shooting these guys? My feet hurt. Like, your own guys are going to take you out. Like, dude, the morale here is low enough. Like, get the fuck out of here if you don't want to be here. So it's a fine line between like expressing concerns and actually just being a negative kind of pain in the ass, which I guess I try to ride that line. But anyways, yeah, it's nice
Yeah.
to get this off my chest sometimes.
Yeah,
Thanks.
on that note, people were saying a lot of these same just in a general theme of complaining about the foundation not really seeming to be actual users like 4 years ago. So, it's one of those the more things change, the more they stay the same. Except I do kind of agree with you about it feels like ChatGPT is acting as a yes man.
Yeah, and that's kind of scary to me.
But
Some
what one interesting thing in just the general tone shift is like I was going for a couple years and came back and it's like, well, shit, okay. I'm not being asked to boof the wag Kool-Aid as soon as I start saying anything remotely negative these days. Fancy knows. Fancy knows better than probably anybody.
fancy can handle it.
Fancy is contributing to it, probably Zesty in those conversations.
Very much so.
Yeah. uh, yeah, I mean, it's definitely been an ongoing conversation, and in all honesty, it's like, I mean, I in order to kind of help me get through, cope with it all, I kind of just focus on what I do, opposed to focus what everyone else is doing. Probably a very bad way to look about on things, but it makes me happy. It keeps me here excited to see all of you every single day. And yeah, I mean, you guys are more special to me than a platform, really. Like this could all shut down tomorrow, but I will still have every single one of you to be like, okay, like, do we want to hang out somewhere else? Where what's going to be the spot, or whatever it may be.
I think
or
Discord. I mean, I think like the fact that we kind of already have a spot is like maybe that kind of just removes us a little bit from like requiring Decentraland to survive because if Decentraland stopped, we would just be on Discord. So like I don't know, maybe that's just why some people can just like be a duck and it rolls off them easier than other people like
yeah, like, I'm not saying I'm not passionate about it. I am saying that I know that if I were to let myself, like, go deep into the issues, I will not it will go against my health. Like, so it's like me, a form of me, like, moderating, like, yeah, my pain here. Because I know I'll go into like a deep depression if I really like start pitchforking every single issue. I definitely have an opinion on it, but it's like once I realize there's a point that I no longer have control of, then it's like let's worry about what I do have control of.
Yeah, and I think that's the difference between the people that have been frustrated for one reason or another, and they've either like they've left or they've gotten burnt out and left. Like you have to, like you said, pick your battles. Otherwise, you're not going to survive here. Like, and it's so sad every time you see somebody leave. And I think, like when I made the comments in the CBD thread a few weeks ago, like that was what I was trying to convey is like it might just be a poster to some people, but like to some people that poster could have been the last straw. And like I've seen people leave for ridiculous tiny reasons. Like like they look ridiculous, but to them it was like trauma that piled up one after another and after another, and that was just like the one thing that pushed them over the edge. And so my, I don't know, like hopefully that came across that like we're spending so much energy and time and money on trying to get new users, and there's a cost for losing the existing users here. Like there's a cost. Like I think it's so much more expensive to lose users who have been here for 5 years than it is to gain another 100 users. Like we can't replace some of like the people. If you're in this room, if you can hear me, we can't replace you. At this point, you're literally irreplaceable. And I wish that decisions were made with that in mind, that like we can't afford to lose any more of our people that have been here this long.
Totally. And hey, Sinful, there is absolutely nothing wrong with the strategy you're using to, or you're applying to your time in Decentraland. Just, I think focusing on what you can do and your stuff, 100% cool. Um, I'm a bit envious, to be honest. So keep doing that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Um, I have to leave. Thank you for letting me participate and rant a little bit.
Have
I'm going to
you?
play disc golf for the first time this year. So
What was that?
uh,
Disc golf?
disc golf, yeah. I play it like once or twice a year with an old friend of mine. He drags me out to a course. I suck at it, but it gets me into the sunshine and gets me moving a little bit. Uh, and it's always fun. So
Is
I'm
it
off.
is it like a frisbee disc and you like throw it
Yeah,
to like a certain zone and whoever gets close? Okay.
yeah. It's a pretty cool game. Like part of me thinks like this is some hippy dippy like uh I'm going to play disc golf and then drink some mojitos after by the beach. But there's a little course here and it's pretty cool. There's like 18 holes and you kind of wander through the forest. So you're trying to throw a frisbee through trees and get into this little basket. It's pretty chill. You can go at your own pace. You stop whenever you want, smoke a doobie, keep going. So yeah, it's a fine little leisure activity, I'd say, which I should do more often. But so, anyways, yeah, keep it up, everyone. All the best. Enjoy the rest of the summer here. It's kind of for a lot of us, we've only got I don't know, another month of decent weather. It's already getting cold up here in Canada at night, which sucks. So take advantage of these last few weeks, and maybe when things get cold, Decentraland will pick up. I think, and if it doesn't, then we'll know. We'll have some more information about what's going on. So we'll see.
Yeah. At the very least, and this is the best thing, you'll have Canessa on the Central Land more often because she's buried in her
Oh my
house for like
gosh.
days on end.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was thinking, that Alan, that sounds really fun. Sin, we need to buy like 1,000 acres set up. We could make sniper golf where like our target is like you know
I
point
like it. I'm
one
in.
click away, and you have to so Alan, we'll make sure you're safe over here. Sin and I will be playing sniper golf.
Sounds
Yes,
good.
yes. It's like the American
Because we're
version.
American.
There's-
Yeah. Because they're like, what the fuck?
No, hey, the last thing I'll say, please absorb us. Please annex us ASAP. We need your help.
Well, we're gonna have to use like handguns for like the short games. So, oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Um,
this is like the best idea ever, Sin. I just can't believe I
yes.
just thought of this now.
Make it happen.
Okay, okay. So, like, I think a way we can bring this into reality is first, sniper golf on Decentraland.
Yes, God.
No, 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 no,
Okay,
no.
I stop talking.
I, this makes me think of Hunter Thompson and shotgun golf back in like the 80s.
There you go.
You have one person driving the golf ball and the other one treating it like it's a clay pigeon.
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
this could be so fun. Sorry, wow, Alan, you just you just spawned so many ideas in our heads now.
Awesome. I'm
Thank you.
leaving on a good note then. Spawning ideas. That was the whole point. Okay, I'm out of here. Have a great day, guys. All the best. See you later.
Have
See you. Good
fun.
luck. Go get those
Thanks.
pars.
Woo.
And we did have Make join us while we were knee deep in conversation here. What up, Make? Can anyone
I,
else hear
I
Make?
do not hear make.
Okay, Make. Mic check, Make. Oh, he's down at the listeners again. Let's see. Let's see if we can get him back up here.
And I was wrong. It was 2004, not the 80s.
It felt like the 80s. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yep, now I hear you.
Good morning, friends, or good morning ish. My family's away, so I got to stay up late with my friends and sleep in. Uh, what a treat. I mean, we're kind of stuck in the middle right now, right? Like, I mean, I feel like everybody who's come into Decentraland came in through crypto with bold dreams, bold ideas, and a bold change, right? And if you go down the list of pretty much any single NFT project, any crypto chat, they're quiet, and there's a pivot right now that I think is very confusing for all of us because the real expectations I think that we're seeing, feeling, and everything are like we got to go find some Web 2 normies. Well, if we found more Web 2 normies in our lives, we would be hanging out with them already. So it's kind of it's a crossing point and a road that we're either going to travel and find a new group of people who want to hang out online together without the plot of crypto, and I think that's going to be really confusing, because I don't really think normies are ever going to understand the principle, and we could put a coin in front of something or not, but they didn't come. I think that's as honest as I could tell it. They didn't come into the beast. They didn't come into maybe they came, some of them into the pudgies, but not really. So who are we going to find right now, I think, is the bigger question. Who are we looking for, and where are we going to find those friends? It's been a long time since I ran around Facebook and tried to bring in people from high school. So then what? You know? But if we look down the line at where crypto is at in a whole, and NFT projects, etc., something does have to give if we want to survive. So we're all at a crossroads, and all these projects are at a crossroads, and I mean it's up to us to expand and find ways to make new friends. I mean, honestly. So I don't know. I mean, isn't that the truth of the matter? I don't know.
Yeah, we're all figuring it out as we go.
But you can all come hang out with me and Sin live in NFT from NFT New York. We are doing a MetaBeast party live at Spin New York City, and we are gonna try and invite some new friends to come hang out with us in Decentraland.
Yes, indeed. And yeah, so a couple of developments this week, since I like to keep you updated on NFT NYC. The Meta Beast roaming party at Spins is actually featured on the NFT NYC website right now, like in the events section. So like it's it's getting pretty official here if it hasn't already gotten official. um, and so
Can I?
yeah, I met with. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I pin the Luma event to the top? Share it with your friends.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Share it with your friends, pump it, don't dump it. Let's see, other updates for Canessa. I have my panel topic, which is communities as infrastructure. I will be speaking on Thursday, September 3rd, from the panel. I believe is like crap. What was it like? Set 12:45 p.m. to like 1:05, and
Nice.
yeah,
Are you speaking? Is it like a panel where you're speaking alone or with other people?
with other people. I met with my fellow um, speakers yesterday. Actually, one of them pretty interesting. I'm trying to get him on Beyond the NFT this week since the guest I had lined up, couldn't make it due to work related scheduling situations. So yeah, trying to get Doc onto the show on Monday, and perhaps like all of you can meet him. I'm kind of happy with like the people I'll be sharing the stage with, because I from the initial conversation out of them, I think we have the same mentality about Web3. With like in regards to like be real, be yourself, and if you're out here scamming people, you're gonna get called out. So yeah, and it's like not necessarily like focused on a like buy my NFT thing, like panel that I've ever listened to. It's like the topic will be like growing communities through laughter, and then like the speakers will be like buy my NFT and you'll have laughter, I guess. Like what? so I think hopefully through this panel, like maybe we could display something different.
Well, like with everything, the first time you do it, you're going to learn a lot. So, like, just go in there, first time learning experience. I mean, after that, like, I don't know, you'll be ready for when NFT crypto market takes off, and you're going to be at NFT NYC 2030, and I don't know, like, just you're going to do great. Don't be hard on yourself afterwards if you're like, "Wait, I didn't even mention blah blah blah." Like, I don't know. I think I think you'll do good. You've prepared yourself. It just
Oh, I know
there's
I'll
certain things
miss.
to talk, and when you're talking publicly, like you're all ready ahead of time, and then boom, something happens, and you're like, I can't stop my hands from shaking, and I'm not actually that nervous. Like, I took a public speaking class in college, and my first presentation was making wine, like teaching people how to make wine. And I had to open these stupid Campton tablets, which is a little pill that you put in to kill the native yeast. And I should have thought about it ahead of time and seen that that is a fine motor skill. And when you're nervous, your body can't fucking do fine motor skills. And so it was like glaringly obvious that I could not control the shaking of my hands, even though I wasn't that nervous. So don't do any fine motor skills. Do like gross motor skills. Like you guys won't see me do a backflip, but probably that is not a good idea either. I don't know. Just like just know that your hands are gonna freaking shake no matter what, and just put them
Yeah,
somewhere.
No, for sure, for sure. I mean, I have a first hand example, like, and I guess it's wine related as well. Before Mew Mew came into the metaverse, I worked at a 4.5 star restaurant as a server at one point, and had to do wine presentations. So, like, the first time you do a wine presentation, it is a shaky wine presentation, and you better
Oh
have
my
extra.
gosh. I
Yeah,
can
you better
see it.
you better have extra glasses for when, like, you're shaking makes it so the bottle tip touches the glass and then the glass cracks. So you just keep extra.
No. Did that happen? And Miguel is saying in world, you are a little louder than everybody else, or like a lot louder. Just to let you know.
That
You
I don't know how to fix that one due to the because it's all one audio.
okay? You scared his dog, Sin. Come on.
Oh no.
You scared Miguel's dog. Oh, I'm sorry, little perrito.
Question, Sin. I don't know how to pin things anymore, or it just won't work. I sent you our invite. Can you see if it's pinnable, or are we getting once again rugged? Anyway, while we wait to figure out that answer of volume and pinning, thanks for coming last night. I had so much fun with our 23 friends who did make it to the party, and MVP Brittany, that was so much damn fun, girl. And fans, me and fans get wasted together, through the online.
It's been.
Bizarre.
And I do see some questions from MetaBeast, and it looks like a lot of the questions MetaBeast are they look like they're reflecting the old grant system. So looking at like grantees, how do you follow up on grantees after their vesting schedule? Like that's those look like from the old system. So I'm not sure how to answer those.
I remember the vesting system. Had to check in once a month with my assigned DAO person thing. That's how I met Fifi. Because Fifi was oh man, I was so lucky. I had Palewind. He is so great, such a
I
nice guy.
oh, I yeah. He I hope he's doing well. I don't know when the last time I talked with him. It was a while ago, but I know it was since the grant restructuring, but he worked pretty hard to like try to get Oddjob and I like successful, and we were like, no, we are not going to be able to do this. And he's like, what can we do to help you? And I'm like, we're like, I think we can't. I think we got to just let this one go. So Metabeast, hello, welcome.
Hey, so hello everyone. So yes, in a way it is because of things people say about how we basically have nothing from a good majority, at least, of the grants that have happened in the past system. But is there a current? Is it currently being tracked? Are we learning from our mistakes in the past?
Well, the system is different now, and now it is Regenesis Labs. So it is
Yeah.
not the same as it was before.
Is that it? Can that be found anywhere?
That is a good question, and I would put that to Regenesis Labs.
And just an FYI, outdated government's documentation has been cited as a very common structural failure across DAOs. Just FYI. Oh, and there is no budget ask because no idea how that even works anymore for something like that.
A no budget ask on which part? Can you
On the documentation update proposal.
link the proposal?
Absolutely.
And I see Toxic has joined us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Toxic. How are you?
Good afternoon. Hi. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick, but I just wanted to quickly jump in because I think Metabeast is not in Word with us. So the website you are looking for the grants system is grants.dclregenerationslabs.xyz, and there you will find an overview and much more.
Okay, cool. Is it, how do I ask this? So we don't know, I mean, does anybody know what all we have from the first run of grants that are still currently able to be used, or that we have the open source code to use should anyone wish to pick it up where it was left off? Is it, and any kind of
You will find
way to know
all this.
who's still here after their grant has been paid out, or are they still building, that kind of thing.
Like, do you mean with the current Regenesis grants
Yes,
season, or with the
yes.
if
Or
you
will the
visit
same questions come up again sometime down the road after the Regenesis Labs grants?
For now, I would say if you haven't visited the website, I would give it a look because you will find there not only in which status they are, but also what was requested, what was granted, and you will find the links to the GitHub repositories.
And where do I find the Regenesis Lab website? Because I've never actually found a Regenesis Labs website.
Like, do you mean general website, what you were asking for in the
Is
first
there one, or
update?
is there only one for the grants?
Currently, we have the one for the grants open. Wait, I'm gonna send it to you on Discord. And we're usually linking to it in the forum and the monthly updates that we are doing. And I think in the last monthly updates, there was always a section about the grants program as well. Wait, give me a second. Searching for you on Discord. Hello, hello.
Yes, sorry.
Sorry, I thought I was rugging.
Nope. I was working on getting this, getting the link. Sorry. So there's no official Regenesis Labs website. How do we find the budgets and stuff? I found them once. I've not been able to find them since. I don't remember how I found them.
So the best source of truth, I would say right now, is the firm. If you're searching for these kind of informations, but we're also working on one central site where you'll find everything linked for now, but it's the best way to just go to the forum and search for whatever you would like to know. Or you can also go to Discord. There we have a Regenesis, I think you found it, the Regenesis chat. And if you have any questions, just feel free to drop them there.
Man, that's probably some of the best news I've heard, that a central location is being worked on. That's good to hear. Let me ask you this specific one too. Maybe I don't know if you know. So on the proposal page, there's a legislative tracker. It currently leads to a Notions page. Do you happen to know if that's being updated or anything being done to that, or is that?
I'm so sorry. I was so not prepared because I'm just a little bit sick today. Could you maybe write me this on Discord? This would be awesome because I don't know about which Notion you're talking about right now.
I'll do that, but real quick, just so you're aware. On the proposals page of the Decentraland DAO as it currently is, if you look down along the left-hand side at the towards in the middle, there is something called legislative tracker that is supposed to uh, show you everything that's been voted on. I guess is what it is. It's supposed to be a living document um, that is consistently updated. I don't know if that is true still or not. I can't say because it goes to a Notion page that I can't get to load,
I'm super
so I
sorry.
can't even check.
I really don't know what you're referring to. So please send it to me on Discord, or you can also write it. We have a forums thread for the DAO Town Hall where you can add topics you would like to discuss. If you like, you can also drop it there. It's also a good place so everything stays in place and doesn't get lost. Because right now, I'm really not sure what you're referring to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I tried to make it to the. I had meant to make it to the DAO thing on Thursday, but it falls so early for me. Unfortunately, I missed it again.
Sheesh. I will upload the recording and the recap. Let me try to get it done before ABC today and will send you the link. I'm sorry. I know that the time slot is not the best working, so maybe we could talk about this at the next DAO Town Hall.
It to be fair and honest, it isn't terrible. I'm just not that early of a morning person. So, and honestly, if I think it's a fair time, actually, probably. I mean, I don't know how that applies to other people around the world, though, but I know that's probably what you guys were trying to do is make it as good a time as you possibly can. So I will say, to be fair, that is probably a fairly reasonable time. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Meta Beast. So I have been appreciating Miguel's straw hat over here. This is a very well made wearable. You can like zoom in and see every single grain of like the weaved straw to make the straw hat. But yeah, I mean, I was also trying to look for what you were talking about, Meta Beast. I did find that transparency dashboard.
Which one?
The one under transparency in the DAO. There's a,
Okay, I don't know how. I haven't verified on that. I don't know how completely
uh,
accurate it is, but it doesn't include that. You can't see what Regenesis Labs is specifically budgeting for
yeah,
there. And there
yeah.
is one. I've seen it. I can't. I don't know where it is.
Mm. I think the obvious issue may be that like a lot of things here are like so separated, like, and maybe Toxic can speak to it, or maybe she doesn't know. It's okay, but like, I wouldn't even think Regenesis Labs has access to update this DAO governance page.
I don't believe they do. I think Gino has stated that. To whether that was to me personally, but I'm pretty sure that is kind of the case.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say when Toxic said they are working on one that will be a central location, that is some of the best news I've heard. So,
LFG. Let's see. What
but yeah,
time?
see, that's one of the things the whole proposal is kind of also about fixing. There's so many things that are out to date, but if you just ask Google or AI, who runs the Decentraland DAO, I'm willing to bet you don't get accurate answer.
But if we go back to before Regenesis Labs came here, what did we have at all? At least we were getting shit done. Like, we're fighting for survival, we're fighting to meet new friends. I mean, to me, it's like we spent so many years just fighting over everything, and nothing getting done. And then we had such a quiet nature. We've got a mobile app where we can invite new friends. Like, we're finally getting somewhere.
Can you provide examples on both sides?
I mean, the Dow didn't do anything for 2 years. Like, when they shut down the grants and everybody walked away and we went to 7 to 6. What happened during that time? And
So
who was running the Dow?
I'm going to kind of try to defend that in a way. Maybe Knessa, you might want to too. During that 2 years is when the council was formed. So, I mean, I guess I don't know how to really answer that question.
But yeah,
But
it
to me,
was
you're saying
formed.
that they didn't do anything. Maybe
I
I'm
mean,
wrong.
I mean, yes, it was formed because it was needed, but like, was there any like ongoing projects like happening? Any initiatives like mobile, for example, or anything like that? Like yes, there were council members being put into positions that needed to be put into, and yeah, but like that, we can't call that like forward progress on the
Can't.
mission. It's like more like of a setup, I think. Like you're setting up for forward
Okay,
progress.
so there's your answer, May. During those 2 years, the new DAO was being set up.
And here we are. But
And I was
Metabesian, I'm
asking,
with you,
do you
buddy.
have comparisons from the way the DAO was before? And
I
if you want
do
to go
remember
specifically with
spending time in the
grants,
Dow where people would spend their
yeah,
time threatening and attacking and draining everybody's
yeah, but
happiness. And more, please
that's not
hold.
what my question is.
I know, but you have questions every day that we come in here on what the Dow is doing and how we're going to live. And the reality is, if we do not get something moving, we aren't going to live at all. Our focus, it's like we're finally moving in a north direction, at least from that side of the fence. It's like if we spend our time looking to fill every hole of the leaky boat, we're already drowning.
How are we retaining those people that we bring in then?
I don't know that fixing a DAO platform is going to keep those people there.
Then why don't we just get rid of the DAO?
Deal.
I'm sold on it. I wouldn't have any of these questions. But as it is, to me, it's still broken. And like I said, outdated documentation has been an ongoing issue with many of the DAOs.
I can remember a time, MetaBeast, where certain groups were also offering votes on their proposals if you bought their NFT. So if you want to talk about where we've gone from there, I think we've gotten a lot further.
But again, that's not my question. What do we have? What do we have salvageable from what happened in the past? And are we making sure that we don't have the same issues currently?
Yeah, in the past, nothing had to be open sourced. If you want to look at the very first grants in the DAO, people got money, they didn't have to open source anything. So we made a change along the way that now if you make something with DAO money, it has to be open source so that if you move on from your project for whatever reason, that at least we have the nuts and bolts where we can continue from there. We have those assets, that code available in the awesome repo, in GitHub. from that point on, from now, any game that is created, it's open source. So for the people that you're talking about from the first grant cycle, I'm thinking like Hankos's Cool Sheep game. That's open source. So we have that. If Hankos decides to go a different way, we have the game, we have the assets, we have the code. I mean, you asked specifically about grantees, and the way that the questions were worded, it reflected, like, did you use AI to make those questions?
They're general questions that I have.
Okay.
It
Did
may have
you?
phrased them for me, but yeah.
Okay. But I mean, they're phrased in a way that makes me think that they're taking information on the old grant cycle, the old way that we used to do that, like
Okay.
vesting contracts. So I just want to make sure that we're not doing like I'm just going to say AI slop questions as they're coming, like Regenesis Labs is here now running the next grant cycle. So we're not giving away millions of dollars. I single-handedly went through every single grant that was ever given out from the Decentraland DAO, and I have a crazy Excel spreadsheet. I spent a week going through it, looking at addresses to see which people got multiple grants under different addresses, looked at how much money people got. Like something had to change. And there was a period of time where the grants were closed. The council came across at the end of that. But if you remember, do you remember Shawnee?
The name rings a bell, yeah.
Okay, well, Shawnee was one of the people that was instrumental in pausing the grants and rewriting the new grant system. There were many people in there during that time that were working on creating the next iteration of what the DAO would be. So I think that you've got good questions, but it gets a little confusing when they're all coming in at once. You're like, it looks like AI is pulling from outdated information.
Yeah,
The
see,
I want the
that's what the
questions.
problem is the outdated information. That's all this is. How does somebody find what is correct anywhere?
Well, maybe ask the AI to not pull data on the grant cycle from 2023.
But do you think somebody new to it is going to say, "Oh no, I don't want that. Give me the new stuff." How are they even going to know that it's not the new
Well,
unless they already know? Is my
I
is
I
my
think
question there
if
too.
somebody's going along at this stage looking for information about the grant cycle, I would hope that they're prompting their AI based on current practices. Give me this information. But I see Toxic, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing. If you Google Regenesis Labs, we are the third thing that pops up. And if you're Googling Regenesis Labs Decentraland, the Transparency report is the first thing that pops up. So I think one Google search helps when the AI does not help.
I just Googled Regenesis Labs. Let's see. On the AI search, Regenesis Labs most commonly refers to DCL's Regenesis Labs, the operational and legal executive execution arm of the Decentraland DAO. Now, the website, the third link takes me to the Decentraland blog, decentraland.org blog. Fourth website is Dora Hacks. Oh, fifth is me. Well, that's probably being biased. There it is. It is along the list.
Did you use Chrome to Google it?
I'm using Brave.
Okay, because I use Google and it gives me incorrect information. Not a
Oh, let me try because I also have Chrome open right here. I like doing this. I'm sorry if it's like such a minor thing, but I like Googling stuff and seeing like where it ranks.
And the only reason I used the grants thing was because that's what Make brought up.
Labs.
And I'm not saying the grants were fine the way they were either. I've agreed pretty much with everything you guys said on that. I'm just curious: is are we doing better this time, and how do we find that information? It's about how to
Mm.
find. It's about how to find correct information, because there's conflicting information, there's broken information. And
Yeah.
again,
So
I wish if that's what the foundation's plan is to dissolve the DAO. I just wish they would just go ahead and do it.
foundation wouldn't be able to. Uh, so I see what you mean. It's kind of confusing here. In the AI overview, it shows a picture of peptides. So toxic as community comms lead. Is Regenesis Labs selling peptides too?
I definitely need to ask.
Because that would be a good source of outside income, to tell you the truth. So if you can get in the peptide market, let's see. Regenesis Labs refers to a few different entities. This is from the Google search. Depending on the context, most notably the operational and development arm of the Decentraland DAO and environment and or slash or and testing laboratory. Yeah, this is wrong because it's mixing Regenesis Labs, like the Decentraland DAO, with this environmental testing laboratory service or research peptide longevity supplement provider.
I need
Or
to
maybe.
find the
And see,
peptide provider.
that's
Oh,
So
different than what I got. So
so
that part's
so
crazy. That part I don't know how you fix, but
actually, I think I may have a suggestion of how to fix it. I don't know exactly if it's the suggestion. Maybe I may need some of you to like ask AI specific questions about me. But through the NFT NYC like sign up, they had us sign up, or they gave us a free year of this thing called Credentials with a K. And what it does, it like helps it helps you like kind of curate what AI, like when people ask about you, what AI kind of outputs. So, like, here, maybe I can find my credentials page and put it on the screen so you could all kind of like get an idea of it. It like presented like a few like questions. Let's see. And then like I had to kind of like fill in what it would say, like for example, who is Sinful Meat Stick. Like I had to, it had like some generic AI slop of who was Sinful Meat Stick, so I like put it in and like
like it just
edited.
made it up.
Yes, I made up who Sinful. No, well, it wasn't necessarily made up. It looked like it tried, but it wasn't really hitting the mark.
Because I know AI will make things up about something that it doesn't know what it's
Actually, with a
talking
few,
about.
yeah, with
So
a few questions, it did make up some stuff. Uh,
because it wants to give you what it thinks you want. Because so
yeah.
see, used multiple eyes to AIs to confirm stuff or see how they reacted. I've actually gone to the websites or gone to locations, tried finding stuff myself before I put any proposal through. So
Hmm.
I'm just very terrible at putting what I'm trying to say into words, and it can also research stuff quicker than I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there were many things it couldn't tell me, but it could tell me where I needed to go so that I could provide it with the information that it needed.
Yeah. So perhaps maybe it could be a matter of like improving our discoverability, like kind of setting ourselves apart to like the AI, because every search engine today is using AI. Um, So maybe credentials is an idea. Toxic. Let Gino know. Credentials is $20 a year, and you get your own unique like .cred domain that is on chain and permanent. Toxic is like too sick to like sinful, please. No work, no work. Poor Toxic. Like I know how you're feeling. I've been sick the last couple of days myself, and I mean even today I'm not 100%. All right. Oh, Mariana just searched Regenesis Labs peptides. uh, okay. I think this moment of silence warrants a start winding down session. What do you think, Anessa?
Yeah, probably. Good questions, good information. Thank you for bringing them up, and thank you for being open to um, the different viewpoints that have been raised today.
Oh, and I have actually had a great back and forth with Meta Ryuk about this proposal as well, which kind of referred to a budget for it or whatnot, or who plays what role, which this one actually puts an owner on whomever is decided. I can't say that, and holds him accountable, which is something that the DAO has never had, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think as the DAO has shifted power structures, and we went from having a entire facilitation squad and the committee to the current model that we have now, like it's we've found deficits. So are there places where the committee used to do something where now there's nobody to take on that role? And I think that's, like I said it earlier, I think that's the part of the proposals that you like, the two that you've put in that I've spoken with you about, 2030. I know you and I talked about, like, if you're writing a proposal that's promising a workload, but you are not having any kind of coverage on how that's going to be like taken over and compensated, then I don't want to support that, even if it's like, hey, we'll figure that part out later. Like, I don't want to support something and push it through because I've just signed on to, a governance proposal that is binding. And I think that right there is like, if a proposal comes through, it needs to be clearly itemized who is paying for this. And I think that's a lot of the issue when like 2030 and this one, the council has taken on the 2030 above and beyond what our existing job duties were. And so if the community continues to put proposals out like this that lock in, the council for a specific amount of work, then you have to just decide, what are you taking off the plate then? Because like we cannot do it all, not under the existing structure that it is right now. And so, like, you create these with AI. I ran through this with AI, said, how much work do you see this taking? And it suggested 40 to 60 hours of work. And so if you're anticipating that is going to be absorbed by the council or absorbed by Regenesis Labs without additional compensation, because you in my opinion, did not clearly itemize how that was going to be covered in your initial proposal. It wasn't until Metareuk started asking, questions that you expanded a little bit on that. But I just don't think that you can ask any group of people to add on 40 to 60 hours of work without having a real clear idea of who's paying for that. Like, how is that being done?
And I remember that from the old way, and actually included something about that specifically, but there's nothing to tell somebody that anywhere either. And under this new system, how does that work?
Well, it's how we did it when we decided that we were going to bring on an external auditor to audit Regenesis Labs. We looked at the going rate of how much that would cost. And then we put a proposal out to hire Mariana at
Who is we? Sorry, who is we?
the council. And then we put a proposal out to hire Mariana at that wage, which was on par, actually a little bit, I believe, lower than what would have been standard. So if this proposal would have had like a little more research on like how much it would take for somebody to do this research, add a price tag to it, I would have felt much better. But I'm coming at this from a lens of like, nobody in Decentraland that is working here, community members, we're not paid enough. You guys are not paid enough. Welcome guides, I know how much you make. Event planners, streamers, I am advocating for fair wages across the board, and I will continue to. And that also starts with the work in the council. Like we have our expected job duties that we have to do. Those are non-negotiables. We have to do those. And for a while, we were also taking on the duties of the committee. But there's a certain point where if we're saying yes to everything, something's going to start falling. Something's going to start slipping. And so what I'm asking for in these proposals, if you're asking for the council to do more work or for us to hire outside and find somebody to do it, like that needs to be clear. It can't be this gray area of these proposals. Like it needs to be a number, and it needs to be competitive with an industry standard. So that's just like the part that I struggle with, is signing up for work. Also, I really like, please, we went 8 months without getting paid. There's not a single person here working for Foundation or Regenesis Labs who went 8 months without a paycheck. So this is a hill that I'll die on, is like, we actually had people saying like, well, why didn't you get paid? Why didn't you pay yourselves? Like, so I don't want to get in trouble now in the future of like, why did you vote that through if you didn't know how much you were going to get paid for it? Like at a certain point, I have to say, hold up, go rewrite it, put the information in, because I can't set this as a standard to work for low wages. Everybody needs to get paid more, except for, well, you know who.
You guys. Oh, is she wrecking or me?
I think she finished.
Oh, okay. Shoot. Now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, but you guys did finally get paid, right? Is my understanding.
Yes, we finally got paid.
Okay. Yeah.
We
And
finally got paid. So
good.
yeah, we got paid, and I'm appreciative of that. And I don't think anybody anticipated how it was going to happen. I think that we thought it was going to be maybe 2 months, 3 at the most. We did not know how the future played out, and that's why also with these proposals, I don't know how the future is going to play out. So I don't know if it's going to be like, sure, we'll vote this one through, figure out the details later. Well, and then the details come along, and maybe it doesn't work out the way that we think it will. So I think that is one thing we can do differently in the future that we did not do in the past, is lock in these details, get anally retentive about the details, and then at least we can work towards transparency, which I think we're not there yet. Like we're still working towards it. Yeah. So the proposal, it's nothing about the content of it. Like we need that, but it's 100% it for me. Like in how it was written and delivered and executed.
So I mean, I think this conversation has kind of been a little fruitful because, like, Canessa, with your, your search of how many hours it would take to update this documentation, and you said approximately 40, or I mean 60, and
40,
then
40 to 60. All you have to do is run the proposal through AI. How many hours do you think a person would need to do to conduct this? So everybody might get a different answer.
yeah, yeah. So then I mean I went over to the good old Google search and I looked up like what's the going rate to hire someone to update documentation. And it says that it ranges from 40 to $100 per hour. So, like, I mean, I just went basic. Like, I took the 40 number, the $40 an hour, times 60. So it could be like a $2,400, call to action for someone to update uh, documentation for the DAO or something like that, or $2,400. Yeah.
Sounds fairly minimal,
Yeah, I used minimal numbers.
but $40 an hour sounds outrageous.
Yeah, but it is limited work to like let's say an average of 60. And maybe Make could even talk on this topic a bit. I do see his hand up because Make is very good at like kind of clocking in like the work, like how much something would take. So take it away, Make.
I mean, I just have overall questions. It's like, I mean, it's deep breaths. I feel like the groups of people who are still here fighting to restructure what is going on to be successful is the critical mass of what we're dealing with. The past, essentially, and what we started with did not work out. And there are very few. I personally do not know a successful running DAO that is not attached to a currency that has like hundreds of thousands of investors. And even then, most of those DAOs have really just taken their governance to remove all the say of the people. And you know, anything we're voting on right now that's not coming from people's BP that have so much BP they can make their own choice, or the powers that be making the decisions anyway. That's what, if we pile our whatever number of users you feel are there, if we go, let's call it, for the sake of argument, we have 1,000 users. I don't know that that's true daily, but let's say that's the truth. If we compile all of our BP, I don't know that we get anything truly past that needs to happen in truth anyway. But also, a deeper question is, what DAOs have been successful to be thriving in this current version of all the Web3 ecosystems? Very few. And if you want to give me 10 that are operating, that successfully, I'd love to know them. It's time to get to a level working point where we could grow. We're hiding half of our truths under the hood. We all have expectations and ideals of where we started, and then there is the truth now. It was a sloppy start. There were a lot of dreams. Right now, we are on survival dreams, and the groups that have come together to tighten the ships are doing what they can. Sin, you're right. If you want to sit down and audit a concept to remove who's going to own what and where this place is going in 6 years, or less, we have to start with the fact that we have to operate that long. I have said this forever. We need a bare minimum 10,000 daily active users if you want to survive past 2030. The mana number is not $1 a coin. It is currently 7 cents. That's not going to work out for us. So we could talk about all the dreams of how we're going to transfer over the servers and the tech and who's going to run it. but we don't even have enough people to run the platform on the server, let alone people who have the credentials to keep this thing going. And so I just think
Ex-
shoving, just hear me out. You've spoken a lot. We've heard a lot about proposals and ideas and concepts. We have to take what you do, like Metabees, with the time you've spent on these different proposals, you could be spending that time helping Canessa sort through the missing pieces. There's there is so much to unpack on this platform survival that I just think time is best spent supporting the people trying to make changes. We actually finally have people like Mariana, like who are actually holding Regenesis Labs numbers accountable. We have we have to start at some point. If you look at 6 to 7 as a new starting point for this platform, a lot of what's behind us did not work successfully. And I think it's truly up to us and the people who are here to support the people building these bridges for success and not finding ways to go backwards, digging out holes that literally were holes. I make budgets all the time to figure out how we're going to run, like Sin said. And like Kiness is saying, her estimates for your proposal for the for turning everything over on the 30th, that is just to go through your proposal 40 to 60 hours. And then a group of a council that we're now going to shift in place to start this process with literally nobody involved to come behind, because it's not going to be the 24 to 36 daily users who are running Decentraland. I mean, you're one of the smartest people I know, but if we're going to harp on the holes of the past, we are never going to be present in the future, and that's a promise. More platforms are shutting down than opening up, and we are still here. The question really becomes, how can we take all the detriment of the past, tie a bow around it, and move forward? And that to me is the only question I have in my mind, because I want to hang out with you more on World.
well, first of all, I have offered my assistance on both proposals, and then I forgot my other point. But I have done exactly what that, offered my assistance in any way, shape, or form. And I don't want us to repeat the past that failed. And I guess also when this regenesis happened, I guess I thought that that would have been the document part would have been something that would have been part of the whole process. But being not, it led to the proposal being written.
Thank you. And yeah, I mean, once again, like I did mention earlier, it's not necessarily like someone's fault or anything like that. I just feel like everything is just so spread out. All the information is just everywhere, and it's a mission to kind of just dig around. And I know that for a while, Metabeast, you had stepped away, and I don't know if you were like watching through that time, but like yeah, stuff kind of did develop as time went on as well, and there were like opportunities to kind of like speak up while like the council was forming, while Regenesis Labs was forming. I do recall like Regenesis Labs laying it out for us, like what their focuses were, and kind of just seeking for ideas for like what else like do we want. So but yeah, I mean, it's all a ongoing process, and it's just important. It's important that we're out there, just still talking about this because, like, once again, Canessa said it very well. It's like we need this. The but yeah, I mean, I think today has been very good feedback. And yeah, good way to perhaps maybe even the next version it could be more rounded out, and yeah, we could hire someone to update our documentation.
So there one of the committees was responsible for that. They just didn't get that part just didn't get replaced. And I think the facilitation squad is the one who did the legislation tracker, is what it says on the proposal page anyway, where the tracker is located.
Yeah, fortunately, like I did think that some of the facilitation members did a good job, but yeah, I mean, as progress happened, unfortunately, the facilitation squad's um, role got absorbed, or was no longer needed, or maybe it's like there's still a future where a new facilitation squad could be put in as well. It's I guess it would be have to be a broader question to those who are in the DAO, like currently working within it. Like, when are we to the point where we need the facilitation squad to come back?
I don't think anybody wants more committees or squads.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there is also that. But yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, once perhaps maybe we get to a time where we need it and want it. Oh, I did see Mariana come up to speak.
And I
Oh,
think Dr. Drip, Dr. Drip came up first, and
okay.
then Mariana just wanted to respect everyone, and then Make dropped down and added you back up.
I'd say loop back to me after the DAO talk because I just got a quick little tip about the peptide thing.
I'm suddenly curious. Okay, all right, Mariana.
Hi, I just wanted to come up about like the Q2 report and just like the transparency aspect. And like the Q2 report should be released soon. Like everything's submitted. I think they just need to like do some final touches to it. But yeah, kind of how like Make was talking about. I mean, the the review process is pretty intense or extensive where like I'm spending a lot of time with their team to kind of walk through like some of these transactions and seeing like if yeah just like do all the support or like do all these transactions have support at the end of the day. And since beginning last year to now, like there's been a lot of improvements in like the documentation. There's been like a lot of back and forth of like, okay, like how can we improve this? And I definitely can see it like myself. And obviously, like, there's just so much I can communicate because it's like, there you can't give away like the specific because like there's like people's names involved and stuff. But yeah, even like with the grants program, like I had to like but since the grants program now has like since it's new in Q2, that's part of the like the audit review, like required kind of like looking at the spreadsheet. Like they have to, Regenesis Labs is responsible for keeping track of the 10 or so grantees or 7 or however much it was, making sure, hey, did they provide the right support for legal reasons, and is there being tracking? So like that was like a support, like how are you guys tracking the grants program? So like even though it might not be like public on Google or AI or whatever, but like there is, I can assure you, there is a tracker that keeps track of the spend on that. So yeah, if anyone has any questions that I can like, answer, general, like I could, help with that. Um, but like I just there's like only like so much I can like say like legally. But like in general, like I go before Regenesis Labs post their reports, like like I pretty much have to like certify and make sure like what they're reporting is what is truly in their spreadsheets and what is, what matches, what matches what's on chain. So um and yeah, just wanted to bring that assurance out there, but that there are many documentation out. Like I think I've given them a headache with what they should require or what they should document. So yeah, they're definitely taking the advice and continue to make Regenesis Labs as organized as possible for themselves, for the council review, I guess. So yeah, and that's going to continue to evolve. Thank you.
Thanks, Mariana.
And make and then came back up. Did you thing
You know,
or just like we're like, oh crap?
I mean, I popped and popped back up because this, I mean, listen, I know it's important, MetaBeast, and I know you're coming from a good place because you want the survival. I just want to know, like, what DAOs are actively, like, really working great from where they started. I literally don't personally know one, and I was a part of a couple, and the ones I know of, like, they have risen from the ashes of some pretty silly stuff, and that's where we are now. And I just think if we're trying to go from what the past was or what the white paper was, Bitcoin forked, ETH forked, Cardano forked, changes have been made in all of these things where they said pivot for survival. I feel like that's what DCL has done to get where we are now. Maybe we don't have the user base to pivot where we are now, but we're building the foundation for the opportunity to rise above this. But if you know working DAOs that are really running successfully right now, I don't want to buy another MRT apartment for $1,000 and then have them shut down. I think the one thing that we have had now, at least in this chapter, this very small sliver, is actual credibility. And that is something that was totally wiped off the map. And by no question is this any of this is perfect, but it is at least people taking responsibility instead of just saying, I'm going to build this thing, this is going to go great, I'm out of here, and we're all left holding the bag. So I would just say maybe it's time to even go reverse. Forget the documentation. What documentation do we say that ship failed? Or this is not going to stand up to what's good? Because I don't know many, I've seen a lot of white papers, and most of those white papers that currently exist are rugged, long gone, and I'm holding a lot of receipts that just say that shit didn't work out and I can't sell it and I'm at a loss. I just want DCL to grow. And I think the people left here want that a lot. And we're frustrated, we're tired. We want our 100,000 users, our million users, where the place would actually flourish and there's a room for survival. I even think, as it comes to your proposal, you should push it out 10 years. 2030 with 30 users, are we all going to run this? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me, honestly. Like, literally at all. Like, are you going to run the servers and run the organization, MetaBeast?
Well, again, that's exactly one of the reasons the 2030 plan came up. Because no, I don't believe we are anywhere near a point that we can take it over. So that's exactly why the
Right, but
2030 plan came up.
there aren't even the votes on this platform to vote, let alone run it. It's like we have to change our mindset from the past to the present,
So
you
does that
know?
mean that it shouldn't
I
be
totally
addressed?
100% disagree with personally with me in any tangible way thinking the people should take over this platform at 2030 because we don't have the people to run the platform.
And that we can absolutely agree on.
So that's my point. So you're putting
I
people
mean,
to do 40 to 60 hours work where we don't even have enough people to or workers to run even go through your proposal.
then if
So
that's
you're
what is
just adding
determined,
work.
then that's what's determined.
Right. Well, it
But
was
just hoping and
determined when you
waiting
didn't
until
get enough
2030
votes.
when and everything falls apart, do you want that? If that's
Listen,
what happens, I don't
everything's
know. I have
falling
no idea
apart
what's going to happen
already,
come
bud.
2030.
Again, we do not have the users even to vote your proposal positive right now. Yes, some whales could chime in. The reality is, we do not have a stable platform of people to just switch the way this goes. We are in go time. How many places have me and you visited together that do not work? A, or do not exist anymore, metaverse wise? And then B, can you please announce 10 current DAOs from white paper that have taken over and are successfully running a a platform, a coin, or something? Can you give me those 10 DAOs, please?
10's an awful high number because no, you if you ask for a successful DAO, you're going to get zero. But if you
Oh
ask
my God.
currently the ones that have had the most success, you will get an answer of such as Uniswap and MakerDAO are probably two of the biggest
But you
ones.
got, I mean, give me a break on Uniswap. That is a place to change currency. You are talking about everybody needing to swap something. That is not what we are. We
You asked for
get
DAO, I gave you
okay,
DAO.
so give me nine more. Give me any that are NFT or platform related that are not just currency swapping. Give me one. Give me five.
That
Give
I
me
don't have
two.
the answer to without investigating. But I'll say
The
this:
only one close I could tell you.
Then why don't we be the example?
We're trying to be, and this is my point. When you go off saying in 2030 we need to do this, and you're giving everybody time to, again, you could not get the votes for your 2030 concept from the active members in Decentraland to make it so. If you have to think, do I have enough members in world to actually propose this where this is a good idea, then you send it forward. If the answer is, I'm going to propose this because it was said in a white paper 10 years ago when all the hopes and dreams were there, but we were also imagining all those 90,000 parcels would be sold and would be active, and there would be so many parties. We wouldn't be arguing about stepping. Oh, hey, could you move your event? Because I have an event at the same time. You can, like, your answer should be the opposite, not vote to plan, vote to kill concept, because even then you could not get it from the people. And I'm patient about this, but I'm so frustrated about it even more because I think about all the people who have to go through and fight for what you're saying, and we don't have them available. We finally have a group of people trying their best to push us forward in a tighter concept where we do not keep buying rugs from people. And it's like we're just pushing bullshit.
Then maybe that's the direction we have to go is find
Well,
those
and that's
people.
why I am literally saying it to you because there are fucking 30 people quietly rolling their eyes about takeovers and this bullshit going, Meta B, spend that exact same time making this fucking platform better now. It's
And that's
frustrating,
what I'm
bro.
trying to do.
I am telling you to your face, I might be an asshole or whatever, but literally, we do not have enough people to run Decentraland as a community. as a flourishing working state at all. So to put all these people who are trying their best to keep this going into go mode for an impossible fact, it's stupid. Like, just be honest with yourself. We don't have the people, the structure, the 90,000 people who are here to build this place. That is a DAO. A DAO is not 50 to 100 people and a couple whales who are holding tokens that manipulate shit. That is not how a DAO was meant to work. That is a failed state. From the ashes is where we're at, and I would really appreciate if the documentation's broken, how about vote to kill? Because I'm telling you right now, there's no way in hell I would vote for the 30 people on this platform to take over DCL at all. Vote to kill old bad documentation makes sense. Trying to get people together to run this operation the way we are is ridiculous. I'm sorry, but this is the truth. DAO's work. Uniswap has millions of vault holders changing and moving currency. Millions. Like, let's just give me one that works from an NFT or metaverse concept. And we could be the first. But if you're going to sit there and point your finger and said, white paper said this better work out. Well, they were assuming on that white paper, we would have at least 90,000 people to make choices, not 30.
You tell me one business that doesn't update keep their documents updated.
Ones who are fighting for survival. And a business is a broad brush. Business is not a DAO. The DAO was supposed to be a flourishing act of the community versus the other side of the fence, which was the working arm that made this thing run. We don't have the people. Go find the 60,000 people who could vote collectively instead of the 10 people fighting over what headdress comes on. Like, a DAO is not what we are. It's a failed state. I'm just not. Go bring 10 friends to the platform. Ask them to join the DAO and then bring 10 more and get to 90,000 parcels. Get to 50,000 parcels until there is a thriving ecosystem that is living on Decentraland. The concept of a DAO, we don't have the vote ourselves even, and we shouldn't. You didn't even give me one DAO.
I haven't gone looking. I don't understand why that matters. Anyway, you didn't give me one business that doesn't.
I mean, dude, what is missing? Doc.
Did I rug?
You sound a little robotic, but I don't hear anyone.
Peptide to earn is the
Okay.
future, not financial
Yeah,
advice.
Okay, I heard that.
Okay, I got make drop down. And I mean, so yeah, I guess point was made there. Or sharing of opinions. I guess we can, unless MetaBeast has something to say, maybe we can move over to Dr. Drip.
I guess if I'm stupid for doing this, I'm stupid for doing it. Sorry, people.
I think it brings awareness. Don't think you're stupid. You're a very intelligent person.
I was called stupid.
Ugh. Well, I think for clarification purposes, there you may need to talk to Make. So let's pass it over to Dr. Drip. Peptides.
Oh, is it my turn? Is it my turn, everyone? Okay. Okay, I have a tip. Just the tip with Dr. Drip. I had to make a jingle just to set the mood, I feel like. Okay, so you guys said that when you search Regenesis Labs, it came up on the AI search that that it was also a company that does peptides, and this is actually a search engine optimization issue. I'll super briefly explain like what the SEO issue is, and then I'll frame it in a way that can help everyone here who's making a website so that you can get your website up to speed with AI search ingestion. Because it only takes a few minutes. You don't have to be an SEO expert, but okay, so traditional SEO, which is just like getting your website ranked on Google, it uses things like meta tags in your page. There's something called like a meta title tag, a meta description tag, and then it looks at the actual content, which is like things like your headers on your page, like H1, H2 tags. It looks at like image alt tags, and then it just looks at your content and reads it and finds the prevalent keywords and is like, oh, this is a site about digital worlds. This is a site about Decentraland. And that's good for Google, like traditional SEO. But AI, like the little AI bot that appears at the top and tries to tell you some shit and then comes out wrong, it's using something. It does use that stuff, but it uses something that's like totally different. It's not new, but the value in this is kind of new in this way because AI bots are using it. It's called a schema tag. That's SCHEMA. And a schema tag it does a few things. It tells like what the company is, what it does. It tells you things about the company like business location, business hours. But there's one tag in the schema that's like super important. It's like hacks for AI ingestion. So Sin, you mentioned that there's a site that helps with that stuff. It's probably using a lot of this. It probably also uses that blockchain stuff that might help too. But this is like one like hack to get the AI bots up to speed on your website, and it's to like if you're building with AI, just have it do one pass. Tell it you want to do an SEO pass. Maybe give it a few keywords that you're interested in. Maybe tell it about your company or your website, so it can do like an audit real quick. Or it'll just read the content and it'll know. And tell it to check out the schema tags. And specifically, there's a schema tag called FAQ. And the FAQ section is like it's hacks. You can make FAQs, frequently asked questions, where it's like the most important questions that people would ask about your website. And that gives AI bots like the most information about it while they do a quick scan. So I looked at DCL Regenesis Labs. I went to the site. I pressed Control U to look at the source code. I pressed Control F to do a find, and I searched for schema, and there's nothing there. I looked at the meta tags, the older tags, and the title is just DCL Regenesis Labs. That doesn't say anything, really. The meta description is DCL Regenesis Labs financial report. That could be improved to really, give a better punch as to what's on the site, but there are no schema tags. So if you go and search your own website for schema and you have nothing, you should have your AI go do one of those pass throughs real quick, and maybe ask about FAQ schema, because just by creating an FAQ schema, things like you could put things like what is DCL Regenesis Labs, and then for the answer part, it would be something like, and I'm just making this up off the top of my head, it could be something like um, an organization that supports the Decentraland ecosystem with 3D social environments, blah blah blah, and it would say nothing about peptides, and then your website would maybe rank a little higher than the peptides one, but at the very least, the AI agents would have it would ingest that information and know that This site does not do peptides. This is a different company, and if the person who's searching seems to be looking for this company, it would keep it separate and not suggest that it's a peptide company. Yeah, so I definitely recommend looking at your own website and asking about schema tags, because that's like a major hack to get the AI bots informed about what your website does.
You mentioned a specific schema tag. You said or SH, and then I missed the third letter,
Oh
schema.
no, so schema is just spelled
Oh.
SCHEMA, but the specific tag is FAQ, which is frequently asked questions.
Okay. FAQ schema. I'm gonna ask
Yeah,
my guy about this.
Yeah, it only takes a few minutes. It's not even like a big like, oh, you're giving me so much work. Like just do one prompt. If it has any questions about like, well, your website has products on it, but I don't really know like can you tell me more about it? Might ask you some questions even and be like, give me more information. It might do a little interview to get some good content. Or sometimes it just makes things up and you just spot check it. For my website, drdrip.com, if you go look at my schema and my FAQs, I actually have FAQ sections on my pages, like on the front end. And so it just pulled from those. But AI made those up and I spot checked them. I was like, dude, this is solid. Like you read my site and you knew what the best FAQs were. So it'll do a lot on its own. But yeah, the important part is putting it under the hood in the schema blocks.
Sheesh. Thank you, Dr. Drip. And yeah, I'm over here like taking notes, and and I think this could be very valuable information in the future. And I'm sure Toxic is over there taking notes as well.
Yeah, if anyone has any questions or wants anything spot checked, I'm super happy to do this. I went to SEO school over 15 years ago. My mom was doing this, so I was a kid. So I'm super happy to share any knowledge about this stuff. But yeah, I'm a doctor. I've seen this before. I know how to help. And remember the jingle. Okay, okay, I'm fired. I love you guys. Bye.
Thank you, Drip. I see Make's hand is back up. What's up, Make?
I just wanted to clarify I did not call you stupid, MetaBeast. I'm just saying we don't have enough people to take over Decentraland in 2030 and be successful. So for me, that proposal is stupid. Not you individually, and I commend you fighting for what was, but right now we have to fight for survival. Uh, I'm gonna throw a party with Sin. Last year, I spent $5,000 to throw the MetaBeast Roman party in in New York City to invite friends, and 50 people come and hung out. This year, we're spending more money again, letting it all hang out to invite as many friends to the platform as possible. If we get our friends to all be friends, we could survive and maybe take this place over. I don't think you're stupid. I've known you for years. I truly care about you. We share a similar concept in names. Uh, but again, we don't have the people, the resources, or anything as we stand now to take over this platform. But I
Thank you.
do care about you.
Thank you, Make, for coming back up, clarifying. Uh, let's see. Oh, looks like we've gone over our mark, Canessa. What do you think? Should we wind down, or do you have some extra time? I know. You have some little humans probably giving you the side eye right now.
Oh no, now they're just medium-sized humans giving me the side eye. No, I don't have anything pressing, but I think that 3.5 hours of our Saturday morning is probably good. So um, probably a good time to wind down. Otherwise, we will sit here forever, and I want to keep this constructive.
Good idea. Good thoughts. Good thoughts. So I guess I'll go around the room for some final thoughts. Zesty, I'll start with you before you run away.
All I've got to say is anybody who plays Knights of Antrim, check the announcements on the Discord. Matt worked around a bug. It's wonderful how decentralization was the workaround. I got nothing else.
Thank you, Zesty. Sorry for putting you on the spot. I know I believe usually for final thoughts you used to like just drop down real quick. But I love hearing from you.
Or just say some sarcastic shit, which I already got that out of the way by saying that peptide to earn was the future and not financial advice.
I love hearing from you, Zesty, and I'm happy that you came up today and we got to hear your voice. Okay, passing it over to MetaBeast for some final thoughts. In case he's having technical issues with the mic, maybe we can come back to MetaBeast. Toxic Waifu?
Sorry that I'm a little bit Mia today. I was just planning to attend as a community member today, so I'm very sorry if there were any questions that I couldn't answer. And yeah, make sure to visit the next DAO Town Hall and the next Regenesis Labs community meetup. Would be awesome. And thank you much for the space, Canessa and Sinful. It's much appreciated.
Thank you, Toxic. Dr. Drip, final thoughts?
Yeah, I've been cooking my entry for the build-a-thon. I made a smart contract. I made some assets, but I still need to put it together. I started a new job about a little over 4 weeks ago at a mid-sized agency as a senior Shopify developer, and I love the work, but I don't know if I like the agency format. I just last week applied at Shopify, and I'm really hoping I get that job. That'd be so cool. But as a result, like my time has been really like reduced. So I'm kind of thinking like if I don't get my build-a-thon submission in time, that I'll just release it after the fact because what it does is really cool. I'm excited for it, but I'm just worried that time is running out. Um, but yeah, I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm learning a lot of cool stuff, and man, I'm excited for this build. It does something really cool. So much love to everyone who's cooking and for everyone who is submitting. And I'm still gonna try my best to step up and crunch this thing together.
Thank you, Drip. And I mean, I'm very excited. I know you shared with me, and I am not saying anything about anyone's submissions who have shared because I think they're all super awesome, and can't wait for them to for each individual to release what they're making. And yeah, dude, if you don't make the deadline, definitely deploy that. I think it's needed. I think I have someone in mind already that would want to use it. And let's see, we can circle back to MetaBeast if you've got your mic situation all set up.
So real quick, as I figured, Decentraland is the only one that's tried to govern a virtual world. There's no better example to point to, which gives us every reason to be the one that gets it right, and not make mistakes of other DAOs, regardless of what they're a DAO of, not making their mistakes. And as far as the number of people to get something to pass, correct. But there's been, to me, unprecedented number of people you wouldn't normally see vote that have voted. And while it may be not enough VP to pass, I think it says a lot. And I thank every one of them for voting, regardless of how they cast their vote.
Thank you, Better Beast. All right, now over to Vanessa for some final thoughts.
Yeah, good conversations this week. Thank you, everybody who participated. Thank you, everybody who just stayed and listened, because I know sometimes it's we're not up here talking, but we're here taking it in, listening, processing. Appreciate that. Um, yeah, keep building, because I think right now we are building the aircraft as it's flying. And so, really, probably build the parts that keep us in the air first. Build the first class meal service last. Um, Whatever that means, interpret as you will. And I don't know, just keep building. Stay tuned. I think I'll have something exciting to share this week. I think. I hope. And I can't wait to share it with you. And hopefully everything goes back to normal this week. I'll do my regular like Tuesday class. And yeah, thank you for everybody who's just, I won't apologize for taking time to be with my kids in August. Like, that's something that is like the greatest gift of my life. So not saying I'm sorry I wasn't here, because I'm not. I was surfing on the ocean. So I'm back more. I'll be more present. But man, take time to be with your loved ones, because life is precious, too precious. Thank you.
Nicely said. So yes, okay. So tomorrow, or I mean, not tomorrow, Tuesday. Absolute building, or absolute basics of building in Decentraland, Noon Eastern. What's the status on Ready Up Wednesday?
I don't know. I mean, my event disappeared from the foundation board, and so I figure if it disappears and it's their fault, then I just won't do it anymore. I'm such a party pooper. I don't know. I don't know. Do people want it? Like, um, we'll see. I'm not sure.
I mean, from the reactions of your past events, I do think people want it. Like, I mean, you are one of those individuals, just like Billy, that can like really get people to engage and participate in. There's definitely very, very few of these individuals, and I mean, I personally don't even consider myself that. Like, you run circles around me in engagement purposes. You are the best streamer on my channel, Canessa.
Oh, no, 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 that's not true. But if it was, I would say I have been coached by a Gen Alpha Giga Chad in the chat, throwing those L's. I'm aura farming to the max, bro. I'm like aura maxing Skibbity Ohio Riz. I have been told that 6-7 is dead. And do you know the look that I got yesterday when I was back to school shopping, and the size was 6-7, and I did that in front of other kids in Target. I'm lucky I'm here today, because I almost got killed. So guys, 6-7 is dead. Don't do it.
You know, I love how kids are always ahead of the curve, because like I feel like just now, or like maybe even a little bit before, like 6-7 just started to get popularized. There's the Fortnite emote, there's this emote, that emote, like 6-7 here, 6-7 there. So but like once it starts showing up, that's when the kids are like, we're over it.
Yeah, and that's why I never made a 6-7 emote for Decentraland, because I was like, this is gonna go over everybody's head, and anybody that will get it doesn't want to get it. Like, they don't want it. They don't want any of that. So I don't know what it will be replaced by, but I will find out very soon, and I will let the chat know. We will lock in, and we will destroy that for those Gen Alphas too.
Yeah, so it'll probably be like something like 7-8 next or something like that.
Somebody literally said like 42. I'm like,
Oh,
I
it's starting to make even less sense. Not saying that 6-7 made sense to begin with, but like now we're just getting out of hand.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want my kids to have nothing to talk about in therapy in the future other than their, pink-headed digital mom. So I have to give them something to lament about.
Yeah. I mean, you don't really have like, core childhood memories unless you're like in therapy talking about how your mom used to use Gen Z terminology in front of your friends.
Yeah, that your mom's a penguin and she hosts a space every week with a mouse, and there's like werewolves that show up and blue people. Like, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. Maybe they shouldn't be too honest with the medical professional. They might find themselves in a squishy room. Maybe.
As long as they don't have like bring your mom to school day and what does your mom do? And I'll be like, well, have you guys heard about NFTs? Like, oh, my kids are cooked.
Yep. uh, all right. Well, I think this is a good point to end on. Just a topic on traumatizing Kinesis kids. Thank you everyone for coming today. I mean, definitely this week conversations really went in deep. And I think these conversations are very important. So let's keep having them out there in the open, as well as even sharing our opinions. And yeah, great space, everyone. This week, as I mentioned, our guest had some work schedule conflicts, so I'm working on locking in another guest. If I can't lock in a guest for Beyond the NFT, we will do some video games. So like, yeah, keep an eye out in case anyone wants to play some games with me, whatever it may be. um, so yeah, thank you everyone. Love you all. MetaBeast roaming party next Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Actually, wait. Let me check. Okay, yeah. Friday's the 28th. Okay, I think we're still on. Um, and what else? What else? I think that's all I have. I feel like I'm forgetting a bunch of stuff, but that's just natural. There's always so much going on. Take care, everyone. Love you all, and have a great week. I'll play a little bit of music for us in Decentraland, and so we could all just relax or wait for the next event. Or I mean, if the next event is already happening, make sure to jump over there as well. Uh, I think I see Miguel. Miguel's trivia session is starting at 4, so that would be in about 20 minutes or so, 22 minutes. ABC Decentraland Tours at 6 p.m. Eastern. Um, Classic Royal with Sebka, 8 p.m. Eastern. And I've heard some very good feedback on that game. I know that Old Guy enjoys playing. And Metaverse After Hours at 10 p.m. Eastern. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Love you all. Have a great day.